Thundergrunt.
Father, as a younger man, I was a sculptor, a painter, and a musician.
There was just one problem. I wasn't very good.
As a matter of fact, I was dreadful.
I finally came to the frustrating conclusion that I had taste and style, but not talent.
I know my limitations.
We all have our limitations, Freddy!
Fortunately, I discovered that taste and style were commodities that people desired.
Funny what I'll say it is. Know your limitations.
You are a moron.
In a small little ship in the center of Mars was a sack of souls with experiment scars. When the second of the monk said, "I'll take two," and he put them in a rocket and he ate a lot of glue. And he shot them straight to Earth. When they turned into babies, they were named on that, and they rarely got rabies. And the monk made a movie of their whole entire lives. They were panoramic scenes and zooms of the thighs. One time Bob had sex with a ladle, and one time Matt lost a bet to a cradle, and another time Bob caught a dinosaur mom, and another time Matt bought a replica of Guam. And all this and more is on a DVD set, only $20.99 with the purchase of a gym. But if you call right now and say, "Where's my whisk?" we'll include this bonus disc.
Hey, welcome to Bonus Disc. I'm one of your hosts, Bob Rose. With me is another host, Matt P.A.
Hello.
And with us today is Matt. What's your name?
Casella.
Okay.
My name is Matthew Casella.
I know, but you go by many names. So
I do. So today, my name is Jeff Birkenstock.
Okay,
shit,
and with
all
us
right.
Call
is
me
Jeff
Jeff.
Birkenstock. And we watched
Founder of
a
Birkenstock
movie
Incorporated.
by the acclaimed director. I'm going to say his name wrong.
Oh
so
my god, butcher it.
It's Amir?
Sound it out.
Sure.
I think it's hold on, I got it right here. It's Amir Shervan,
There you
right?
go.
I'm willing
He
to bet you
is
could just list his other titles and people.
I know everyone know. He is the acclaimed director of such movies as Samurai Cop, Killing American Style, and Hollywood Cop. But we watched his 1989 movie Young Rebels,
Yeah.
which is on Amazon Prime. And I didn't even know this movie actually existed. I knew.
I don't think this movie knows this movie's existed.
Well, that it's kind of a problem. Yes.
This movie is not really a movie.
It's
This
not.
came up after we were just like surfing Prime looking for something weird and fun and actiony, and started branching off of like recommended titles.
Right.
And this just came up, and
We abandoned
The Lord provides. The Lord
Scorpion Thunderbolt, which the name
It's
is
a
really
Godfrey
good.
Ho movie. It probably would have been
we tried
fine.
it.
But
Yeah.
Bob
This was
was
more
afraid
fun.
it
I think
might
this
be
was
too
more
good.
fun. Yeah.
I was worried.
Oh yeah. We started
The name
watching
was
it. I was like, no,
fantastic.
people already like this movie. We can't.
We can watch movies that people. We did Tree of Life.
Yo, you did do Tree of Life.
That was like year one though.
But that movie is a pile of shit.
Not the movie year one. That year one for us. Right. Anyway, yes. So it's the guy who made Samurai Cop, and it's another cop movie. It's sort of.
No,
It's,
no,
I don't even know.
This is a very anti-cop movie.
Yeah,
I love it.
there's not a single non-corrupt police
Wait,
officer in the whole
There's
show.
one. Well, no, he's corrupt because he's
Yeah,
like, I
he's-
should
he-
fucking kill them.
Yeah,
But
he keeps going along with what the other guys do.
his ambitions are never really realized. Like he doesn't do anything for the movie, so
Yeah, but he
No.
acts like a
it's fine.
dickhead. So
Cops
well,
are
anyway,
just undermined throughout this
Yeah.
movie. It's great.
this is not a cop movie. This is like a familial justice film.
It is. No,
This
that's
is
not
just the
bad.
kind of thing that happened in rural areas in the 1980s.
Yeah. I want to read the tagline on the
Oh my
episode.
God.
It's when the young gets tough, the tough gets going.
So
That has
bad.
to be a misprint.
When
Where
the
is that?
young, it's on the poster. It's on the actual poster.
Like, what the hell does that even mean? That would imply like
when
they're-
the young, not get tough.
that's like
When the young
someone's
gets tough,
Mm.
when the young gets tough, the tough get going. And here is the official IMDb synopsis. One man against the drug cartel.
One sentence. You know, if I was a person whose job it was to write a synopsis for every movie I had to like that existed, and I was going through everything, and you're like, oh, this is fun. I have to watch all these movies, and then you watch this, I would do the same thing. I'd be like, this is a movie about a guy that shoots a bunch of people. End of story.
Yeah. If I spend more than 35 seconds writing this, I'm losing money.
Right.
Oh, man.
Oh, God, yeah. Okay.
This fucking movie's insane, man.
No,
It was a blast to watch. It was a great experience.
Oh,
yeah.
the script, but it's like, we've always said, like, if you watch movies that are mostly action,
There's not much to say
for
about
bonus
them.
purposes, that is like not a good thing.
This is like a parody of movies that we watch, and we're like, man, there's really nothing to talk about. This movie is like, oh, yeah?
Hold my beer. It's a hold my beer
Yeah,
situation.
It's just like, all right,
okay.
we're going to have 20 minutes of no dialogue, nothing but gunshots. All right, well, fucking
Rock
shit.
and roll.
And then it'll cut to someone half fucking someone, and then go to more gunshots.
Oh, my God, this movie is bonkers. So good.
The number of times I found myself saying goodbye character we'll never see again in this movie was outrageous.
It's a lot. Okay. How does it start? How does it start?
This
What's
movie
the-
is like if you
It
drew the
starts
plot
with-
of a film on like a crank,
Yeah.
and then only let somebody look at it once.
Honestly-
and like, all right, that was
No,
it. That was the
You
story.
just said
It
the
starts-
word that like if there was a Crank 1989,
Oh, yeah, this
is like if Jason Statham was in 1989, he would have made Young Rebels. Like it does
Hell
not
yeah.
let up.
No, man. As soon as anything happens, the movie's off. It's like, all right, just burning rubber, exploding bridges behind it.
So okay,
leading
so
this is
people
fishing
away.
on
the
Crank
first
3.
scene of the movie. The first scene of the movie is Robert Zadar losing $2 million and the equivalent amount of cocaine.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
well,
in a
it
robbery.
starts with this, like, all right, every goddamn
No,
it-
that's the
hold on,
first
well, I
scene.
know,
No,
well,
it is the
no.
first scene.
The first actual
Yeah.
shot, though, is like every henchman in this movie looks so fucking crazy.
Yeah, they look like they're out of
They
a
just-
neon nightclub
So
and a
good.
video
No,
game.
they just came out of like fashion magazines at the time.
It's awesome.
The next lot over
So-
was just like a glamour
like
shot.
they look
shoot.
like a kid who was reading a Nintendo Power drew an adult man.
Oh my god. So all right, so the opening credits are just black. It's just straight up black, nothing, and it's just like boom, young blood.
Oh,
and you were
yeah.
like, all right.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, this gets right to the
Young
point.
Rebels,
Little did I
but
fucking
Young
know.
Rebel, sorry. And it's just like a couple people's names, and then it's this fucking guy, this like bright blonde haired meathead dude running at the camera. And Bob was like, okay, we're just in some shit.
Oh, that's
Here
the
we go.
best. The movie's just
Woo!
and begin.
Hold on.
And he's
Yeah.
like, they're right over there. And Robert Zadar's like, all right, we're going to kill him after we get the drugs or something.
Go get
and
the
then,
money. He's like,
Oh
you're
my
really
God.
gonna give him the money? No, we're not gonna give him the money. We're gonna-
But then they do give him the money.
they don't. It's a fucked up deal. The deal. Well,
They show up and they say,
Okay.
look, the first the two groups meet.
synergy. You go and then
The
I'll tell you
groups
about it.
meet, and then he says, "Do you have the case?" And
Yeah.
one of the guys goes and brings.
Runs out.
He
dude.
doesn't bring a traditional like bad guy
Suitcase,
case.
no.
It is a full size
Yeah.
It's like
white
airplane
leather,
carry-on
yeah.
suitcase.
No, it was big, man. That was
It was
that was a
huge.
leather bag. It
Right.
was like expensive looking
big
and weird.
white-
And then
leather
Robert
suitcase.
Zadar sticks his hand in there without
And
us seeing
tastes
what's
it.
in and tastes it.
Well, it's implied. It's implied. It's a white. It's
But
a
it
white
could be
bag
filled
filled with other
like
white
I said, it
bags.
could be sauce or some shit.
He did.
Yeah, it's like
I
a
just
giant
like,
order of cheesy bread.
Yeah,
I just like that
cheesy
they
bread.
couldn't
Just making
open
sure
it.
it's still hot.
Yeah, crazy bread.
They couldn't open any of these briefcases.
And this comes
in
up
this
later
scene.
too. Is what I wanted to say. Like all the problems in this movie come from people not wanting to open suitcases.
Yeah, no, you're right. There's synergy. There's a lot of stuff that reappears often.
Yeah.
Not being able to know what's inside suitcases is a recurring theme.
Mhm. It's a
Like
major
Chekhov
problem.
suitcase problem.
Director trademark.
Yeah.
So like they bring out the drugs, he tastes them, he's like, this is good. The other people take the money, and then he goes, hey, you don't mind, we're gonna have to count this, you know. And then they walk into a little room. They're like outside.
right.
And then they walk into like this shed to count the money, not in front of them.
Yeah. It's like a
What?
side shed on the pier.
Yeah, like
They're
it
on
didn't
a
make
pier,
any,
right?
Why would you not count it as soon as they handed it to you
They were
versus
they were near water. They were. It didn't seem like the kind of building, like a boat building that goes on the end of a pier. It seemed like
No.
a bar or hotel or something a little bit inland, but they were definitely near a dock.
I thought there was water next to them. We just weren't seeing it. I don't know why. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
It does
matter.
not
All
matter.
those,
The
all
guy
those
goes,
great,
"I'm
what
gonna
was the word
go-
you
I'm
used?
gonna
All the
go in
great
this-"
overloading or overhead shots or something.
No.
Oh,
You're talking about. Never mind.
wide
Just-
shots?
No, something else.
Oh,
If
okay.
it comes up again, I'll.
Oh no, this director has a trademark of shooting all the coverage of people talking with their head directly in the center and low of the frame.
Yeah.
So it's just like they're like this halo of dead space around them as they say lines very badly.
Yeah.
It's
makes
Samurai Cop's famous for that, and
Yeah.
he did it in this movie too. Yeah. Where
Well,
were we?
I think so. Everybody in this movie can't act for shit, and I think that we were supposed to get
That is
context
not true.
clues.
I do not believe that. I believe there are people trying.
They were both gonna double cross each other.
Yes. Yeah.
I guess.
I got that. That's what I got.
Okay, because the
Yeah.
guy was like, "I'm gonna go in this room and count this money," and then
Yeah.
Robert Zadar's like,
People
"Do it now!" And they
people snuck
start
up from
shooting.
behind.
Right.
Did they?
Yeah, people snuck up. Like other people that weren't in the circle for the deal snuck up on them from behind. And I don't remember whether that happened before or after Robert Zadar started shooting.
Yeah, well, he shoots that guy in the kidneys. Everybody gets shot in the kidneys in
Yeah,
this
they
movie.
take out kidneys like left and right.
Yeah, everybody's got great aim at the kidney.
Back then when the wait list was much shorter.
They were all white guys too, so they
We got all these extra kidneys. Just start shooting people in the kidneys. So you gotta get rid of these.
take out a bunch of.
More than we need, frankly.
That was back in Reagan's
Coolers
era when they would just,
overflowing, yeah.
when they needed organs, they would just sweep out the streets like homeless people, and they would just give them.
Harvest all their organs. Is that what Ronald Reagan did?
Oh, he didn't say it publicly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
You had to be paying attention.
Like you doubt it? Come on.
Got to keep
I
the
don't-
malls
that's-
Where are they
safe.
getting organs from?
Got to keep the malls safe.
It's the '80s, man. You just get organs. You go to the streets.
All right.
It is the 80s.
There's a gunfight. The blonde-haired, beefy man goes down, and then Robert Zadar and his bald, thick-toothed metal. Like that guy's mouth was weird. That
He
bald
had some
guy.
replacements.
Like Matt
his-
said, he looked like a porn star.
He with
Yeah.
the remastered
Maybe
lighting
he
and
was
color palette, he looked like
Striker or
just
whatever.
yeah.
Buck Striker.
Or Buck Striker.
Yes,
Maybe that
yeah.
was
Buck
Buck Striker.
Buck Angel? Is that who you mean?
No, not Buck Angel.
No, remember,
Buck Striker was
in the credits, there's a guy
credits.
named Buck
Oh,
Striker.
God.
Yes, I know who Buck Angel is.
Okay.
You don't have to Google Buck Angel.
I'm
right
looking
now.
up Buck Striker.
Okay, good.
Buck Striker.
I mean, it might not be him. There's just a guy with that name.
Yeah, in the cast. It's funny to speculate. Get off your phone.
I can't handle ambiguity, Matthew.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay, and then, yeah, him and the porn guy escape. Right.
And then it goes right to Vincenzo's office.
His house.
His wherever the fuck they are.
Whatever
he's
room
in
he's
a
in.
room.
Right.
He's in
Just
a room with
Vincenzo's
a
in a
desk.
room.
Yeah.
And he's like, somebody's like, oh,
Yeah, Robert Zadar comes back in.
no,
and
no,
he's like,
no. First, he answers the phone. The first introduction of him is him answering the phone, where he goes, "They're like,
oh my
boss,
God, yeah.
I think they're having problems with the workers down at the docks." And he goes, "All right, give me the phone." And he just goes, "Yeah, well, fuck you. That's what I think. Fuck you, and you can fuck them too,
Right.
bitch." And like hangs up. And like, Jesus.
All right.
And then he goes,
Nice to meet
"I
you."
lost $2 million fucking dollars." The guy just screams for this whole scene. It's amazing. He's got this little gray mustache behind like tinted glasses,
Yeah.
and he's just screaming. at
Screaming
people.
the whole
Yeah.
time.
Robert Zadar walks in like, "Sorry, Dad," and he's like, "Sorry, Daddy, you had to fucking buy $2 million. Fuck!" It's great.
He didn't even,
and then
I don't know.
Robert,
He didn't even seem that mad at him.
he was screaming.
But it was
Well, he wasn't
already. He
willing-
didn't start screaming
Yeah.
harder once he found out that he lost $2 million.
Yeah, I
He's
don't
like,
think he didn't.
this is the cost of having a child.
Yes. Like he hates his son. I think that was a through line that just got lost, but he doesn't
I
like
guess.
his son.
Doesn't like his son.
Well, he's
Yeah.
just a bit of a fuck up.
He doesn't even care. Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, it was one of the first examples of like weird relationship dynamics in this movie.
Yeah.
And characters not relating to each other the way that you would like to see to understand
No.
a relationship.
Yeah,
It was just
at all.
It was a lot. I lost it. I was gonna make a
No,
metaphor,
there's a point there is a point there, but it gets lost in the movie because the movie doesn't stop.
yeah, it has no
It
time
doesn't
to
matter.
reflect.
There's
There's
no-
no
as
reflection.
as soon as this happens, as soon as what's his name apologizes, they like get another call or someone comes in and like we have to go kill this person now or chase this person down.
No, he's like, "We got to go we got people striking. He's like, the Mexicans and the Filipinos are striking, and he's like, fucking immigrants. And then he says that, doesn't he? Illegals. That's what he keeps calling them.
He calls foreigners too. He says illegals
Yeah.
and foreigners. Yeah.
So
The
then
cops call them foreigners.
Oh yeah.
Then
They did.
it cuts to the strip club scene
Yes.
there, right?
Yeah,
That
because-
when that comes up, that's before the worker.
Yep.
I
thought
think
the
it's
worker
before.
dispute-
Workers get killed after the strip club.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I'm
think the
pretty
strip
sure.
club happened because it has to happen within the first 15 minutes because of 80s movies.
The strip
So
club
do we know
is
who the
15
protagonist
minutes.
is by
I mean,
now?
good God, it takes
At this
forever.
point,
No.
do we know who the
No,
protagonist is? Okay.
no.
No,
That
yeah,
does
like,
not-
we're like 15
yeah,
that
that's
minutes
doesn't
why-
in.
come.
I know.
for a
I'm
minute.
just mentioning
Yeah,
it.
that's
okay.
why I don't think
First time I started.
That's
Yeah,
why
that
they
doesn't
didn't
come.
15 minutes into
They
the
didn't go
movie.
shoot those people
Who
yet
are we
because we
rooting
were
for?
still just like, what is even happening?
Yeah.
So it's a strip scene
Holy God!
that is
It's
two
several.
strippers long.
Yeah.
It's full strip like dance routines in front of these guys that turn out to be characters in the film, but fuck if
there
you could
for no
tell.
reason.
They look
No
like
one does
background
anything.
characters,
Yes.
so it doesn't matter.
They all three of them, especially the like Ginza guy,
Ginza?
did not
Ginza.
look like they were people in a movie.
I
They
couldn't
looked
even-
like
I didn't
they
even
were
know he
just
was
there.
in the scene until he stood up until
Yeah,
the
and
close
all-
shot came.
Yeah, it was insane. It was unreal.
and it's
This
like
movie- it was
it's
like
a perfect confluence
like-
of like 80s problems in these types of movies where you can't even tell if you're watching a character. Also, the women are being objectified
Right.
to a degree that's
Yeah, outrageous.
it's so outrageous. It's almost like they knew it was cartoony.
It's distractingly
it's, like, outrageous.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
yeah,
just like,
it's-
wow.
it's
I don't
nuts.
even know who a character
Character
is
is.
because
Yeah.
I've been looking at this woman's
Like,
tits
why is
for
this
two
such
and a
a
half
long
minutes.
form
Are you
performance?
kidding me?
Is someone using this clip for their portfolio? Like, what's happening here?
We were like complaining about it, and then the second stripper came out, and we were like, no, there's no way. There's no way we're going to have to do another one of these.
I was assuming
Yeah.
the first one was a character.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
She's gonna
Oh.
step
Gonna
off
get off
stage and be like,
stage.
"What's up, protagonist that we finally get to meet?" Nope, no dice.
Are we gonna get married when you said so? You know, something like that. Yeah, but no, she
Something.
goes off stage, never sees her again,
and
and then
the-
another one comes on stage. Like, wait, so she's not what we're watching story wise?
No.
so crazy.
Someone just introduces her and she does another whole routine.
Mm.
And towards the end of that routine,
Totally cut the one routine.
towards the end of the second 5-minute stripper performance, there's one single shot of people in suits walking into the club from another hallway.
Yes.
And that's how you know the plot has decided to move forward.
Right. Yes.
It's Robert Zadar and some of his fucking
His
celebrity
video
looking
game
backups. Like,
Streets
dude,
of Rage Boys.
The one guy looks like George Michael. He always has a shirt open with the fake
Yeah.
beard and the
His
blonde.
There's a
hair-
lot of
no, but his
plunging
hair is,
necklines on the
It's
men
like
in this
sharply coiffed. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's like
It's perfect.
razor tight. It's just beautiful. It's
There's a guy who sort of looks like Prince in a couple scenes.
yes.
That guy's great.
He's great.
Man, these
So
fucking
they walk
henchmen.
up to him. They like interrupt because
Well, they the two. Oh my god! I
'cause
can't
his-
believe I'm going to say it matters. The two people we just watched strip walk up and are like,
Oh yeah.
"So who's getting married?" And they're like, "It's this guy, and it's the blonde haired guy."
right.
Come
and-
with
and
me.
she's
I'm
like,
gonna
"I'll
teach you how to do it.
He's
And
like,
he's like, "Oh, I don't know, but I think I want to." And he looks at the other lady, and then the black
I'm
guy
on
in the group
fire.
goes,
the assumption
I'm
was that he
still a
doesn't know how to
virgin.
have sex.
Yeah.
Like,
"Yeah." Well, the
what?
black guy goes, "Oh, you're gonna have to
Yeah,
teach
like,
me because
real.
I'm still a virgin." And that's when Robert Zadar's like, "Fuck," and starts like storming in, and
No
he,
virgins in my club.
he just jacks up. Fucking, we find out his name's Ben, but the blonde haired guy,
Right.
and they're like, "You owe."
Vincenzo
coming with us.
$24,000.
Yeah. Mhm.
He's like, "Hey guys, relax. I got the money." Right? As he says,
Yes.
he's got the
As
money,
and then
even
they pull
though
him away.
he does not. They pull him away, and I think this is when we go to the foreigner. I don't. What's the proper? What do we
Man.
call this scene?
I would
The
call
immigrant
this
scene.
yeah, the
Yeah, it's
worker.
the-
I,
yeah.
I was going to say the worker dispute scene.
The
Yes.
worker dispute
Yeah.
scene, right? Where Vincenzo
Plunder.
Senior,
Mm.
Yeah,
he's got
shows
his
up,
own weird looking henchmen.
Yes, he's got weird.
Everybody looks nuts.
dude, they're
It's-
fucking. It's hysterically weird
It's
looking.
really good.
They look like they're all
God, there's
like
so many great
people
looks in
that
this
would be
movie.
extras in like a WWF scene. You know what I mean? Like they're
Yeah.
like off
They all look
ring
like
cheering
hype
for
men.
their they're hype men. They're in like Yeah,
They
It's a
have
very
outfits.
supportive community of bodyguards. They just-
Randy Savage's entourage.
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, there's that redneck guy later in the movie with the chain that uses the chainsaw. You notice that? Like
Yeah.
all of a sudden, there's a guy in a fucking cut off plaid shirt with fucking a
I would have
handlebar
been
mustache.
surprised if like one of them was a caveman. You know what I mean? Like it could have been like that.
Well,
just like a
they all have like their
temp
own like,
agency
niche,
for
yeah.
henchmen.
they just see it's like Pokemon or something. They're just themed for the environment you're in. And you're just like, oh, it's my henchman. I brought him to the farm, so he looks like that.
They're all farmer themed.
You go into the level with the wrong party, you can't get past it. You have to try again with a different.
That's why they keep losing. That's why they lost the gunfight in the woods, because they had
man.
the prince-looking guy
Yeah,
there. He's
if
like,
they
I
took
don't know
the
what this-
ranger, they would have
Yeah.
done way better.
Duh.
All right, they would need like a Van Pelt looking guy.
Yeah.
You know, like a
God.
some kind of like jungle warrior. I don't know.
So they show up to something. It's just what the fuck was it?
It was
Like,
under
see-
a bridge. It was
was
a
under a
bridge,
bridge.
and there's like a food truck sort of thing looking there.
No, it's
I
just
don't
like
know.
a trailer, and it was like the one guy that was the point of contact between Vincenzo and all of his illegal immigrant workers. Yes, illegally hired immigrant workers. Was trying
Yeah,
to be like,
very
I don't know
specifically-
what's going on. Like, I can't do anything. And he was there with a group of like 8 people who were kind of.
Well, no, he
next in
goes,
command, right?
what's the problem here? And he goes, they want minimum wage, and they're not going to work without
Jenny's
minimum
like,
wage.
fuck.
And
Oddly,
he goes,
it's
what are
very
you out of your
timely.
fucking
Yeah.
mind? Where are they? And he goes,
spit on you.
he's
fuck
like,
you.
I have their 8 leaders
Yeah.
around the corner, and he walks around the corner, and they're like, he's like, get back to work. What the fuck is your problem? And the one guy goes, but you know, and he's like, nah, fuck you, shut up. And he starts screaming at him, and then this guy goes, don't talk to my father that way. And he like lunges at them, and then they fucking,
shoot
I don't
him
know.
in the kidney.
well, no, he punches him in the stomach and then butts
Oh,
him with the
yeah,
gun,
yeah.
but
yeah,
it
but
kills him.
but his neck bleeds
Yeah,
out.
his neck starts bleeding, and he hits the ground.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then the
that kind of
man who he
revolver
just
is like
described
8
as his-
pounds.
Right.
The man he just described as his father bends down and goes, you've killed this man in cold blood. And I was like, your son. It's your son, not
Yeah,
this
he's not
man.
some guy.
That's so
Literally,
good.
he's you
And then
love
he-
him, right?
I hope you work together.
I
They
feel like
spend a lot of time together,
Yeah,
I
they did.
this
imagine.
movie was
Yeah.
just made by someone with a lot of problems with attachment disorder.
Yeah.
A lot of daddy issues here.
Then he lunges at them and they shoot him, and then the Vincenzo's just like, kill all of them. Who cares?
Yeah, fuck all of you.
Fucking goddamn it. And he
Right.
just murders, they murder him
Right.
for a long time. Lots of gunshots were unnecessary.
Well,
A
yeah,
lot
he
of them,
takes
yeah.
out his
It's
whole
like 6 people just shooting 8 people to death for a
his
minute.
whole workforce.
Yeah, it's
This is
insane.
Done. It's
That's
gone.
why I
There's
said-
no. This is the first like plot loose thread. There's like 100, and they said there was 150 workers.
yeah.
They just are in the wind now. They're not around anymore. No repercussions. Nothing's gonna happen. It's
I'm sure after the scene
You
he
kill
sent them
8
out to
people
sweep
in
the
cold
fields.
blood in front of them, and then
sweep the.
oh my god,
Go to the.
It's
yeah.
time for the reaping.
Yeah, like hey, Vinny, go clean out the barracks or whatever the fuck. Just
they're like nanobugs when you get enough of them together like that. You just go, there's a problem, and they just climb all over it, and then it's fixed. That's how that works. You
like
just
World War Z. Just henchmen, waves of henchmen.
That's how that guy solves all of his
Or
problems.
like critters, the ball of critters that just runs over everybody. And just,
He's like, that's how he thinks, I think. He just is like, amass enough people that the problem is smothered. You smother the problem with human bodies. That's how you solve issues.
throw meat at it. Done.
Lots of ammunition.
Oh, God. It's
Right.
wonderful.
So then they were back at
It's
Vincenzo.
presumed that all of the workers are dead.
Dead.
Let's move on.
We're back at Vincenzo Senior's like lair, his main pad, his shitty
golf-themed
fucking
bar?
Dude,
Is
his
it
house
golf-themed
sucks.
bar?
His house for like an '80s drug lord. His house
garbage.
is garbage. It sucks.
It's like somebody who came into it late in life and he's already retired in New Jersey. He's like, well, I guess
I'll start being a
this
drug
now.
lord now. Hang some shit on the walls.
Yeah.
Like I guess. But
Don't dust your windowsills.
because then Vincenzo Jr. brings
a lady. Is that
no
what
the
he's
blonde
No,
guy.
it shows the blonde guy. The blonde guy's back at. He's all bleeding out of the mouth, and he's like, "I want to get out of here." And they're like, "What
Oh,
do you mean
yeah.
you want to get out of here? You're waiting for."
Yeah, he's just like you
Vincenzo.
kidnapped me. I'm gonna leave. Like,
And
what
then
no, and
world
then
are
Vin-
you
then-
living
yeah.
in?
Vincenzo walks in and is just like, "You owe me $24,000 now."
I thought it was 12. Well, I
he's
said
like,
it'd be double if you're late.
And you are, idiot. So give me 24,000. And he's like, I don't have
And
it.
then the porn guy's like, hey, boss, he's friends with
No, his brother. His
Charlie.
brother.
He's friends with Charlie. Who flies
brother.
next
It's
to
his
brother.
brother.
He's
Well,
brothers
they are
with Charlie.
brothers.
I thought.
Oh
it
my
was
God!
His,
No,
his
you're right.
brother.
You're right.
The
'Cause they
female
said it.
situation.
They said it in the scene before they killed the workers.
Right.
They mentioned that, so
Yeah.
it was
Yes,
in there.
he's his
You had to
brother.
Them
pay
being
attention.
brothers makes the women in this movie
Even
10 times
insaner.
more
Weird
complex.
stranger.
Dude,
yeah.
Yes.
Who knows?
Well, anyway, he says, hey, boss, he's brothers with Charlie, who runs the helicopter down to wherever past the mountain.
Yeah.
He goes,
Yeah,
yeah,
right,
well,
helicopter.
whatever he says, Vincenzo says the best line
It's
that
a
gets
setup.
repeated, which is hysterical. Vincenzo goes, oh, he's the #1 helicopter pilot for moving illegals from Mexico to
Right.
America. Like, God delivers
okay.
it like that. It
Now,
was
hold
so
on.
good.
At that moment, I remember thinking, okay, so the plot's going to be, instead of him paying the 24,000, he's going to get his brother to help get a whole new workforce because he just killed his whole workforce.
You thought he was just going to be constantly ferrying
I thought
people
that
back?
Oh,
Charlie's brother's
oh.
going to have to basically replenish his
No,
immigrant.
I
No,
assumed
but
it was
the
a
porn-
drug deal right
yeah,
from the
the
beginning.
porn guy says that.
Because
He's
you know, in the again in the one scene before they go, like the one scene where everybody, the one scene where everybody says lines about what they're gonna do before they do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
They're also older Vincenzo also goes like, we need a new supplier.
yes.
So this was about him ferrying.
And he's
drugs
like, we
from
can
the
get our
beginning.
guy directly from Mexico to
Yeah.
here without anybody in the middle with their own helicopter.
Right.
That's why he was talking about it.
Right.
Which is, oh my God. So
And-
anyway,
and
so then
he
he's
agrees
like,
to it.
He's like, I'll talk to my brother. And he's like, okay.
economical script.
Now we go. So immediately we go directly to him going to his brother's house because that's what the last scene said.
Well, at this point,
did
we
we
all
need
settled
his
into this
fiancé?
guy being the main character.
Yeah. Oh my God.
This
We had
is
a
the-
minute
yeah,
of like
we're
this
like, oh,
blonde
it's
guy
Ben.
getting beaten up, and then whether he's like spunky and if we can root for him when he's
We're
trying to escape from
sympathizing
them,
that he's
yeah.
getting married soon.
Yeah.
Even though he's.
But so wait,
Oh,
we missed
forgot-
something.
yeah,
we missed that they
forgot.
all.
Yeah.
Ginza showed up and beat the shit out of like the four guys that
when
were
they took
kidnapping
him out of the strip club, they tried to fight them because
Oh,
him and his
Ginza.
friend were like badass
Ginza
martial
was with him in the
artists.
strip club.
And that fight scene was awesome. We totally forgot about that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it sounded like 100 people were fighting, but it was 2 dudes fighting
the
5
Foley
guys.
is
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah, the Foley
They
in
do
this
one
movie is out
hard
of
pass
control.
and they do it on crack. It's like nuts.
Oh, gun, a gun? Which one? It doesn't matter. Just
Throw
smash
it
the
on there.
button.
Gun, punch, gun, punch.
Punch gun. All right, end scene. We're good.
What car sound in there too?
So yeah, we established
Okay,
that
so there's a
Ginza
fight.
and the other guy can fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So now
right.
we're meeting Charlie.
he shows up to Charlie's
We're
house.
like 40 minutes into the movie now.
No, like
Not
20.
even.
If
Oh, okay.
at
Oh,
most
I forgot
20.
how
Yeah.
fast it moves.
So Charlie opens the door, and it's important to note he's dressed in like a
Oh my God.
silver,
Yeah.
loose, puffy shirt
Mhm.
thing.
And then tight ass
And
white
tight
jeans,
white
Just
jeans.
white
an
jeans.
ornate finished belt,
And-
and like it's a look, it's an outfit.
Yeah.
So and then the Mary Ben, is it Ben?
Yeah.
Ben says, "Look, hey man, can we go outside? I need to talk to you." Which to me, I was like, okay, they're gonna go out to the front lawn and
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
His
Have a
girlfriend
conversation.
goes, "Where are you going?"
He's like, "Hey, I'll be right back."
He's like, "We'll see you later." No, he doesn't say we'll be right back. I don't think because I thought
We'll
that
be
was so
back later.
funny because she goes, "Where are you going?" And Ben just goes, "Well, we'll see you later," and like closes the door. And it's like you didn't answer her question at all. And
No.
then it cuts to them in a car driving somewhere. And when they get out of the
A
car,
different time of
fucking
day.
Charlie's wearing an entirely different outfit. And you're like, dude, she's hanging in the wind back in that house. What the fuck is going
Waiting
on?
for you.
It's
No, the
awesome.
movie it shows a shot of her like in worry of where they might be going. These are two humans too that we don't know.
No,
Right.
There wasn't like a scene of him and his girlfriend like talking before
no.
Yeah.
Ben showed up or anything. It was just
The movie's-
hey, I need you to talk. All right, okay, bye. What?
And now we're
My
here.
clothes are different
Next.
now.
Next.
Did they? Like
I
what?
love it. It's almost like the movie's conscious about the fact that it's like leaving thing in its wake. It's just like, no, there she is. Whatever.
We don't have time to talk to you.
It's awesome.
It's yeah. So where are they going? They're going to find the guy who has the keys to a helicopter.
Yeah, because they need
They're like,
access
oh yeah,
to
he's a
helicopter.
drunk now. We need to go meet him at the
We
bar.
had to meet him at the bar,
Yeah.
right?
And
yes.
then that guy, he's drunk as fuck, and some dude goes, hey, you want a drink? He's like, yeah, I do. And then he leads him to this other guy. It's all those like cuts of just heads. And, this scene is just awesome because of that, because it's like cut of a head. Yeah, I would like a drink. And a cut of another head. It's like, here you go. Throws the drink in his face, and then they get into a fight. And Charlie and Ben save him.
The scene just shows that Charlie's a better fighter than anyone else.
And
What I
beat
did
up
love
everybody.
about that guy, though, is like he's stumbling away from the bar. And someone offers him a drink, and his face lights up like no one has ever offered him anything in his life before. It's like, what? I can have something for free?
He's overacting like crazy.
And
then
I believed his
gives him the
delirium tremens.
keys.
So
the
that
end
was
of that-
method acting.
That's my favorite.
Well, I know I was going to say, he's like, hey, can we have the keys to the helicopter? Yes, you can. And cut. To the next
In a
It
helicopter.
cuts so hard and quick. It's like the end of the word is the cut.
It's great.
Oh, yeah, here's the keys.
I love to do things for my friends.
Next scene. Right?
Now they have a helicopter, and we never see that guy again.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah,
he's
goodbye, character.
He
we'll never
probably
see.
got vaporized by
Yeah.
Vincenzo.
There is a super sick, like, stunt, not even stunt, just like fun, look how well I can fly a helicopter segment where they just come
And the
they crest
helicopter,
a hill,
it's the
and
kind,
they just like twist
it's like from
and
MASH
they're
or
doing
something.
kick flips and shit. It's
It
great.
looks like a toy helicopter coming over a hill.
Yeah.
It looks
Well,
odd.
first we see them talking in the helicopter.
We do, yeah.
Because Ben is a piece of shit. Let's be honest, actually. I just realized.
Oh, yeah.
Because
totally.
Vincenzo was like, look, you do this for me, I'll wipe your debt and give your brother
Oh,
$25,000.
Right,
And
yeah,
then in
yeah,
this
yeah.
scene, it's Ben going
when
like,
I have that
man, when I-
$25,000, I'm going to start a business. I'm going to change my life.
Why is he doing this for free? He's doing this for free.
Charlie's just a great friend. He's got a van too. If you need help moving this weekend,
Charlie's a
hell?
good
guys will be down
guy.
at the blood bank, and
That's
then,
why nobody will turn him
and then,
in.
To be
beans for
fair,
bread.
Charlie is the main character. He's on the poster.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
but
So that's enough for this movie to establish why we're following him, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we should have. Yeah, we should have known.
He has staunch morals, which we're going to get to right
Well, now we get to see the helicopter.
Because there's
hot
all these
shot
like
flying.
another group of differently weird dad-looking
Dude, so
people.
many dads.
Everybody looks like a dad now. Like they're going to the forest over the hill, or
Yeah.
like they left America.
And now everybody's a dad in
A
a
dad.
suit, standing near some
It's
trees.
that part of Mexico, you know.
Right? Yeah, it's dad Mexico.
Dad country.
Dad Mexico.
So they
Yeah.
land there, and I don't know what he thinks they're supposed to be doing. The
Papa
guy's
La
like,
Playa.
"You're going to bring my two friends. You're going to bring my two friends to America, but this is their luggage, and you're not allowed to open it." And he goes, "Well,
I'm not gonna just transport luggage.
yeah, I mean, the human
You can get in. I have to look at these bags.
trafficking humans." Totally
Fine.
fine. I'm totally into just taking
Yeah.
people across country borders.
I need to see what's in those bags.
They're like, no, not gonna happen. And then
Try to walk past him, and he like touches the shoulder. It's like, no,
No, it's not
this is gonna
happening.
happen.
gunfight.
Yeah, and they just start shooting.
Everybody gets shot.
Everybody
Like they
gets-
just murder everybody. They kill
They
everyone
kill-
there.
Yeah, they do.
They
They
kill,
kill
what? How
them-
many? Like
they
seven,
kill them all.
6 or 7 people there.
All those dads.
I would
All
say
those
they
dads.
killed all
Closer
those
to-
Oh,
dads.
Papa, no!
I would say it was like actually more like 9 dads. Like die right there because they wouldn't open a fucking bag.
Yeah. And
All
then they
of the
open
problems
them,
of this
and
movie have
they,
to do with suitcases.
And no, Charlie and Ben live through it completely.
Yeah.
of course.
They open the bags and it's full with cocaine.
and they're like, I
And
knew
no, there
it.
was a like a good couple seconds at first where it was just clothing, and
Yeah,
I was
you
like,
couldn't
yes.
yeah, please
So
just be clothing.
No, they just killed innocent people.
And then the coke came up, and yeah.
yeah, it's cocaine.
Then you hear a siren, and Charlie goes, "The Federales!" And they
Right.
start running back
They
to
have
the
another
plane.
gunfight.
And then they go over the hill back to America.
Yep.
yeah.
The American border.
Oh yeah, there's a nice like 10-second shot of them opening the back of the helicopter and stowing away their guns before
Yeah,
they
like
get
we
in
needed
I
the
didn't
to see
cockpit.
that.
About my favorite part of this whole scene, which
We
bef-
needed to see that, Matt.
no before.
Otherwise, people were gonna ask where the guns were.
Before the shootout, the best part of the scene is that it's that shot of fucking Charlie getting out of the helicopter,
Oh
not
my
being able
God.
to undo his seatbelt.
Seatbelt.
It's just that I was like, do we need to see this guy struggle to figure out the seatbelt?
The greatest illegal immigrant flying guy in the world. Can't you operate a seatbelt?
I'm not even exactly sure why the two of them needed to get out of the helicopter. The people just
they
need to
should just get in
the helicopter. It wasn't like you need to talk to the dads. Just get
You
in.
can't just pick somebody up without talking to their dad.
But they weren't real dads. They just looked like dads.
This movie was like abandoned at a car chase while it was a child. And
Yeah.
this is what it grew up into.
Yeah. Right.
Where it's like it has to know exactly what's happening, but it doesn't understand the emotions behind why.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it's these are where the shotguns go before we start the plane. And then later it's like that's whose son is that? Is that
Right.
why does he act that way?
It's wonderful.
The helicopter goes out of frame and then goes.
They're back in America.
But yeah.
It's
What
right-
state is this even in?
Dude, I
It
fucking love
doesn't
this.
matter.
It cuts
It's not-
directly to Vincenzo being like, they fucked me again, fuck. And you're like,
How did he figure
they
out?
murdered all
Yeah,
those
yeah.
dads. Who called him on what? From where? They just murdered everyone.
Once again, a clean sweep of death
No one
laid
to know.
across the fields as everyone knows what's going on in the next scene.
And he's like, kill that Charlie. He's dead. And then Robert Sadar's like, I want to join him, Dad. And he's like, why? And he goes, because it'll be fun or some shit. He's got a shotgun. He's an idiot.
There's a reason he wanted to.
I'll go and make sure. He wants to make up for losing $2 million.
Right. He
Yeah.
wants to show his dad he can do this.
He can be a man.
Right. Then
They go
They go directly to someone's house. They go
that
direct.
happens. They found out about it so fast that by the time
They beat
Charlie
the characters back to their own house.
yes, Ben and Charlie pull up to the house,
they do.
and Robert Sadar's already in his fucking house.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, what?
But it's,
Where?
so
Oh my God.
Robert Sadar enters his house. He walks up to the front of this house where this woman that we've never met before is living, and says like,
and he's got all of his henchmen with him.
Yeah, he's got like 6 dudes behind him in line, and the woman opens the door and she's like, "Do I know you?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, Charlie and the other guy."
Ben.
She's like, "Oh, Charlie and
Well,
Ben."
Ben
oh,
is her
Charlie and Ben.
fiance.
Okay.
We learned.
Oh, okay, yeah, we
She
learned
is
that
Ben's
later.
fiance.
Yeah, this is not
Like
Charlie's.
we meet him at his bachelor party.
yes.
Or
Yeah.
at the strip club scene was the bachelor party scene.
Yes,
And this is the woman he's marrying at this house right now.
yes,
Yes.
So we
Which
know.
They knew about because he owed Vincenzo money, so they knew all of where his life
Yeah, they
was.
just looked into his
right,
shit, I guess.
Right. I'm trying to put the
Figure out
pieces.
how-
yeah.
Yes.
Where
right.
the information came from.
Right,
yeah.
right. So and Vincenzo Jr.'s just like, hey, we're here. We're gonna wait here.
I know. We know these 2 guys. She's like, "Oh, you know them." He's like, "Oh yeah, we're all." It was a really
Why
bad.
the ruse?
It
He
was all
bothers with the
friends.
ruse for like 30 seconds,
Yeah.
and then they're just like, all right,
Okay, we're gonna
and
grab
push
you
her
now.
out of the way,
Pull
and take their
guns
guns
out,
out.
yeah.
I'm like, why did you bother? Like even just as soon as she opened the door, just put a gun in her face. Why
Yeah.
bother with like, hey,
Personal touch.
Charlie's my bro, right? I want to. Just
I was there. I was at his bachelor party. He was
Right.
off the chain.
Right. Just put a gun in her face if you're
Yeah.
gonna be that evil.
Just walk in. So he does, and then Charlie and Ben get there, and
Is
Ben
she-
walks in first to go greet his
Well,
fiance.
they pull up in a car, right?
They pull up in
Yeah,
that
and he goes,
that
"Man,
van.
Jessica's
That
such
fucking
a-"
sweet 80s
I
van.
thought
oh
they
my
were
God.
No.
That didn't come till later?
That's
I love that van.
that's
Landmark, the
Charlie's
Landmark
girlfriend's
van. Yeah.
van. This van was brown.
There's 2 vans.
Oh, it's
There
just
were
a
two-
regular
it was
old
a dark,
panel van. Okay.
Yeah, it was a dark brown like Toyota.
Right,
van.
right.
And they get out of the car. This woman's name's Jessica because I remember Ben saying Jessica's such a good cook as he's like
Yeah.
running
Yes.
into the door,
Right,
and then
right.
all of a sudden he gets snatched up. He starts screaming for Charlie. Charlie, holding 2 shotguns, drops them to grab
'Cause he's just
2
revolve-
pistols.
He's holding guns that he's just gonna put away,
Yeah.
which are
These
fully
are going
loaded.
in my
also,
collection.
by the way,
He's got like a Scrooge McDuck swimming pool full of.
Like you could have
Right,
dropped
right,
one
yeah.
shotgun and used that shotgun until it was
Right.
empty, and then had 2 revolvers. But he chose to just throw 2 shotguns on the ground, pull
Right.
out 2 pistols, shoot 2 guys, kind of hysterically video game style of like, well, they'll just walk around the corner,
Yeah.
and I'll shoot.
It's great. Yeah.
right.
And
I
then
wish that had kept happening. Ding.
he gets
Because
into the house. The gunfight makes its way into the house. Ben at this point is like running out of the back of the house. He gets shot
in the
in
kidney.
the kidney twice.
Both kidneys
Both
are taken
kidneys,
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Offline.
Yeah, yeah.
And
not a
he
single
goes
donor in
down.
sight. He's
and
poor. so-
Charlie like runs away. Charlie sees it happen but runs away.
Right. At that point, that was like the
And the
definitive
movie-
moment we were like, oh.
Oh, this is when that long
The-
fucking foot chase happens, right?
Yes, really
But
long
this was the
foot
moment
chase.
where we're like, okay, there is a protagonist because the other
Yeah.
guy had to be murdered for us to know who we're like,
Yeah.
who are we with here?
Everyone we've been in contact with and cared about in this movie has died
Has
at this
died.
point.
So yeah, Ben apparently was just fodder.
Yeah, basically.
Even though he said more
Why
things
not-
than Charlie did by
Why
that
could
this
have
point.
more dialogue.
Yeah.
This
Why-
movie is
let
like
me
a
ask you
relay
this.
race.
Why couldn't the character of Ben just also have been a helicopter pilot? And then Vincenzo was, you know what I'm saying? Vincenzo was like, hey, you know how to fly a
Oh
helicopter.
yeah, there's
You
no
didn't need
reason.
to add a Charlie.
Well,
Well,
that's
they
why-
needed to be
that's
able
why-
to introduce his fiance's sister.
No, that's
But
why
what I'm
it's
saying
so
is,
funny.
I know what you're saying.
You could have just written
was
it so that
joking.
he's
The same guy and no one died.
There didn't need to be
but the
two
plot points are exactly
blonde-haired
the
guys that look exactly the fucking
same.
same.
And date sisters who look exactly the same, and then you kill two of them. Even though there's motivation outside of them needing to be dead, it's
Right.
kind of
maybe,
brilliant.
maybe they're implying something. Maybe they're
It's kind of
implying
amazing.
something about morals.
No.
In that Ben was like vicariously enjoying a
I think that they
strip
just,
routines.
they hired
Charlie doesn't.
Oh yeah, he
engage in that.
gambles. He enjoys
But then
strippers.
Ginza
he,
is also
he
there.
lies
Maybe,
to
like-
his
Oh,
brother.
yeah.
Maybe they accidentally sent letters that like they got the part to two different people.
Oh,
and they're like,
whoops.
well, we can't break their hearts, so let's just write them in. It just seems so
Sure.
superfluous
Yeah.
that Ben had a brother that looks like identical to him. It's like you could have just given Ben that skill of the helicopter.
The movie needed to be 85 minutes long.
Right.
though.
Yes.
It absolutely needed to be. No, it's 93 minutes long.
Okay.
They're young
You're
and
probably
they're
right.
rebels, so that's why it matters. Ben's dead.
Ben is dead, and his fiance is dead.
Thank
Not
God.
that-
They're gone.
Oh!
They're gone. They're liquefied.
His fiance, she doesn't. Yeah, we don't even find out till like an hour later
That she died.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, she dies off camera in dialogue.
They don't show it. Like, you just see them, like, take her off screen,
Yeah.
waiting for them to show
She has
up.
like
and
two
then,
lines in the whole
movie's
fucking
so
movie.
passively misogynist.
It hates women. This movie
It
does
doesn't even
not.
hate women. It doesn't even know what it's doing
Yeah.
to hate them. It's just like, oh, she died. Yeah, let's go raid a fortress right now.
It's like, you're not a man. What are you
Right
doing?
now.
Yeah, right now. It doesn't matter.
So,
So,
he,
yeah,
all
what's
right,
next?
now there's the long foot chase.
There's a
the
hike,
super
yeah.
long
Oh, God, in the
foot
woods.
chase of gunfight
Mountains.
between
Well, it's Charlie and Ginza, right?
no.
No, that's the.
This is just Charlie.
This is just Charlie. Okay.
yeah, there's a car chase
escaping
that
from-
becomes another foot chase later.
Oh my god, that happens twice. That happens twice.
yeah, it does.
There's 3 car chases, I think.
But two of
But
them end in
this
foot
is through the
chases
woods,
for
though,
no
right?
apparent reason.
They
What?
chase him through the woods, right?
Yes. Who is it?
Yeah, because he
though?
has
He's
to like.
killing a bunch
is this
of
when he has to
people.
jump into a river?
Yes.
Okay.
But that's
jumps-
Ginza.
So they're at
Ginza's
like
the
a
one
national
drowning.
park.
No.
Yes.
No.
That's
The-
later.
Yeah, that's later because that's like one of the workers' sons, or that's like the younger Hispanic guy
Oh.
with the
Yeah.
ponytail,
Yes. That's not.
Okay.
Ginza.
the one who's always just
Yeah.
Stick-
the one in the
sticking to his
crazy ass
lifestyle.
see-through
Yeah, the
shirt
little,
later.
the little pudgy guy.
yeah.
Okay.
That's I think that's when he's introduced
the pudgy guy.
later.
This is where he like runs out of room to run, and the guy shoots him in his kidney,
and then he jumps into a river.
And he jumps off and falls in the river, and
They're
they
like
look
a
over the
national
edge and
park
they
or
think he's
something.
gone, but then he's swimming. Can we just take a moment to appreciate the soundtrack?
Oh,
This
yeah.
movie
that's
has
like
a
the
fucking
video
The
game song.
soundtrack was great.
Badass, like Sega Master Class,
Yeah.
fucking.
It
Who
went with
was
the
it?
henchman. It went with the henchman.
like
The,
fucking
I-
awesome synth bass lines.
I made a
fucking
note of this
soundtrack.
because I wanted to look
It was
look
like
their name
chiptune.
up later.
It was awesome.
Elton Ahi
Yeah.
Elton
is the
Ahi.
person's name. Ahi,
It was
thank
really
you.
good.
I made the comment a couple of times that this is like, as a movie as a whole, this is like kind of the peak '80s aesthetic that is now being mimicked.
Yes.
Well, this movie's all aesthetic. There's nothing else to it
Yeah,
except
it's exciting.
There's no
and fun.
dialogue,
Dude,
fine.
at
Yeah.
all. It's
dialogue
just,
ceases to exist at this point in the movie
Yes.
for a while.
No,
it's
it's-
but that aren't a couple sentences.
you could
muttered
call
to
this like a
people.
Streets of Rage movie. It'd be fine.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's people just fighting. There's no talking or reasoning. Or just,
We kept
It's just
noticing-
infiltrating bases and operations and
Bob
fighting.
noticed that it kept going in the subtitles. The music kept saying like retro
Yeah,
chase
yeah,
music or whatever.
retro. It
But
said
it's
it, but it isn't retro.
No,
it
it's
is
the
real
actual thing.
acting.
Yeah, it's
It should've said
1989.
authentic James music. Because it was, yeah. This
I'm
is
gonna-
89.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
It's
that
a great
one.
soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that composer up and see what else they've done.
So who finds him? Oh, that's when we meet the.
He wakes up on a
fucking-
couch.
No, we get that awesome. We meet whatever that guy's name is. The kick-ass hair, the blonde. They're like.
No, the
Oh,
You're hitting the table.
Sorry, the
I thought
dude
that guy
with
was a
like the
villain.
swift,
Yeah, the giant fucking blonde.
not blonde.
so he's
gray.
a really thin.
Oh,
The gray-
he's very
yeah.
at the,
gaunt,
at the Spanish house.
but he has
Yes.
like a pure black beard
Yeah.
and mustache, and his hair looks like Doc Brown in a wind tunnel. Gray.
Yeah,
He
Yeah.
looks amazing.
he's
and
awesome.
they're there
Yes.
with like
That's when the
a younger
guy-
woman and that guy.
Yeah, that
used to-
guy, the
and,
guy
like,
who
their
goes.
Oh, the
nonna,
pudgy
like
guy,
their nonna
right.
or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh my god, it's Charlie's in the thing." I
Oh
guess.
that's what was fucking amazing about it because the depth
Oh,
of scene.
Maybe he
he's
brought
like
them here.
Charlie is like
it cuts
Charlie's
hard
just
to their.
It's
yeah.
a hard cut where Charlie is just lying. He's bleeding. He's lying against these rocks. It's a really close, tight shot. There's not any distance in the framing, and then it hard cut to like focus on this one character at the
Way
front
up
of
front.
a 20-foot room, and it shows everyone else in the back.
And it's like a family
really
having
jarring.
like a evening.
Yeah.
They're just having a nice evening, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then the little guy
Hard
comes in
shift,
and
yeah.
says,
He's been
somebody's
shot.
on their way.
He's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, we got to get you to the hospital."
Oh, yeah, he's on their
like,
barn.
"No, you need to get me to Lisa.
Mhm.
Get me." I think that was his girlfriend's name. I guess Lisa.
"What, the pudgy guy?"
No, Charlie.
Charlie. Oh God.
I guess whatever he says. You got to
Makes
get me
sense,
to
sure.
whatever her name is quick. And then
Okay.
we see Robert Zadar almost fuck a woman,
Oh God.
and it is gross
It's
and slightly violent.
no. The scene starts. It cuts. This woman just takes her top off right away,
Well, yeah,
Mhm.
she's already dressed in like lingerie,
and then they have that like slap fight.
Yeah, they
the-
have
they
like
make
a fucking
out while like
brat fight.
Like they
kinda.
obviously have some sort of rapport where they slap
Yes.
each other until they start fucking.
Yes, it was very. It told me a lot about both of their respective characters, and also
It was
must have
honestly
been
some of the best
really-
character building in the
must have
movie. To
been
be
really
honest with
unfun
you,
to
it really
film.
was. 'Cause
Is that the
Yeah.
same woman in the other scene
No.
later? It
it's a
wasn't.
different.
No.
I'm assuming he's paying for these women.
But whose house is this, right?
it's his
with-
dad's house.
I guess
Okay,
it's
it
his
just looks
dad's
like a
house.
nondescript
we're supposed
suburban
to think
bedroom.
his dad's house is like a compound, even though it looks like it's just a house.
Sure.
Because then that other guy opens the door, like his dad's henchman opens
He's
the
like,
door.
So Robert
just about
Zadar
to
is
take his
making out with
dick
a
out.
woman, grabbing her breasts and touching her crotch,
Yeah.
and this guy walks in and he looks up like he's about to make this dude's head explode.
Yeah, like his scanners like zoom in on his
Like,
face.
"Ugh!" And then it's just like, hey,
Your
your
dad-
dad wants to see.
He says daddy. He says
your
daddy.
daddy wants
Daddy
to see.
wants
It's
you.
very demeaning.
Right.
Your daddy wants to see you.
And then it cuts back to him making out with
and
her
he
for another
smiles and
couple
goes back
seconds.
to like having sex with
Yeah,
her.
it's
Right,
weird.
yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
And then what happens? Is this like the first
Then-
shot of that younger Spanish guy just doing something normal and getting fucked with for it?
Yeah. It cut.
Was it them at the
No,
carnival?
Then it cuts. No. It cuts back to then. Now it's Charlie's on the couch,
Oh, that scene.
and this
Yeah.
has the most exposition
Oh,
in
this
the
is
whole
this-
or dialogue in the whole fucking
'Cause
movie.
he wakes
the
up
scene.
and he's surrounded by his like
by
brethren.
everybody.
Yeah.
His crew.
Ginza, the black kung fu guy,
I don't know anybody's name.
the Mexican family.
Yeah.
Oh, we fucked
We're
up.
saying these
We
things.
fucked
I'm
up.
saying these things, but I don't know what these people's names are. So
No,
Yeah.
we fucked up because the first fight with Ginza, we did that. The black guy was there. We didn't even talk about it.
no, we did. I said
We
the
did?
other guy was
Okay.
a great.
Yeah.
Okay. Just like this movie, really easy to miss.
Right. Yeah. And
We did forget one thing, that when they killed all the workers, the police showed up and he just told them what.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
he
They killed
lied
them-
to
they
him. He was like,
killed
"Oh,
each
they
other.
killed each other. Why don't you go clean it up for me?"
the police.
The
scene.
police are
Yeah.
like in on
Oh
it.
yeah, and like the police
Oh.
chief is like, all right, I'm gonna go take a nap.
Yeah, there's something wrong
So-
with him.
Oh no, there were two. We're talking about two separate police scenes. One was after the migrant workers were killed, and the senior Vincenzo was like, just say they did it to each other." And the
'Cause they're
cops were
dirty
like,
cops.
"Yeah, that makes total sense."
He's talking
That's-
to dirty cops.
Yeah, that's when the cops are like those foreigners. And then the second one is
in the police station.
the second one is
Yeah, I think
the
we
two
skipped
young
that scene.
young
We did,
cops
yeah.
and the older guy.
There's the crooked cops and then there's the
The-
non-crooked.
I love
cops.
that they're
The ineffective non.
They're in a room.
right.
I love that room was painted the color of their shirts for some reason.
Oh, it looked like
the walls
the whole thing
and,
looked like
and their shirts were the
happens a lot.
exact same
It looked
color.
like caramel pudding. The room. That's what it was. Everything was just slightly tan.
It's
Just
so
painted
weird.
khaki.
Yeah.
It made them look so red.
Yes.
Like they all looked beat
Yeah.
red.
Like
They were
stingy, irritated
yeah, like
skin.
someone just like
Sprayed hot
everyone's
sauce
having
all
like a
over 'em.
histamine reaction in the room for some reason. Like everybody was
well,
so
the
red.
chief of police, he's like this old
Oh my god,
sick
he's
man.
as awesome as Vincenzo is at yelling.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
the fact that they weren't in a room together ever is guys sucks.
I would have watched so many scenes with that police chief because he's like, I'm gonna go and take a nap. Let me know if you need me. And that literally, it's like he just goes to take a nap for the
rest of the movie. Yeah.
and he comes back.
Well, in that scene,
eventually.
he goes, I know it's Vincenzo and his fucking bullshit, but I guess we're not doing anything about it. I'm taking a nap. Like, you're like, wait, but you're the chief. I don't understand. Why can't you do anything? If you know it's him, like,
He's
the other
gotta go
guy's getting
home.
paid. You aren't.
It's just
What?
He literally
Three-
says,
just three stray cops
I'm
against the world,
tired.
man.
He says, I'm tired.
Tired.
Oh,
I feel like they
I
said
really
he
liked-
has like an illness or something, and he might not be in
His-
office anymore.
He's got lupus.
Crohn's.
Mm.
He's got Crohn's disease.
Jesus.
I want to go take a nap. The Crohn's is acting up.
I really liked that he said, these racketeers are ripping this county apart.
Right. It kind of
This
gave
is
the
the frame
movie
of the
a
movie,
theme.
Yeah. It's a very rural film. Like they go to like mountains
It's
and
true.
forests
Yeah, you're
and
right.
rock outcroppings, and there's a big there like that fucking first foot chase was obviously in like a national park or something with the depth
Yeah.
of that river.
Yeah.
And
I was surprised there wasn't more wildlife, like deers.
yeah.
You
Maybe it
always
was
see
all
Charlie
sound
wrestle a
stages.
fucking beaver or something.
All right. So
yeah, where the fuck are we?
Where are we?
Cops.
No.
We jump backward for that.
He gets yelled at. The second scene where
We were at
exposition is
Vincenzo
delivered.
just having half sex because
Yes.
he gets interrupted,
So
Then he
now,
wakes up on
we're
a
back
couch.
in the couch room where he wakes
and
up.
then a woman.
This
Yes,
fucking scene
we've never
rules.
seen
The
before.
woman
We
who-
missed another woman. We missed Charlie maybe fucking that lady.
No,
No,
Wait,
that's,
is that later?
that happens
Okay.
after this.
All right.
So in this scene, there is a woman
Yeah.
who is not
Not-
obviously Ben's fiance, and not the woman who was in Charlie's house at the beginning.
Just a fresh
It's
face.
a fresh.
Yeah, that woman had a mole on her face, and I remarked because I was like, "Who is this lady without a mole on her face?"
But she says to Charlie, who's now he just got his injuries addressed and
Right.
everything.
well, he
she's-
goes. Well, Charlie's saying, "I'm going to go get him," and they're all like, "No, we're all going to go get
We're
him."
gonna get 'em
And
together.
they're all
Right.
giving reasons as to why they're going to go get him, and I love that because the one guy is like, "Look, I know Ben." I know he was your brother or whatever, but he was my best friend. And Vincenzo took my family's ranch.
yeah.
Like, wait,
And you're like,
No,
wait,
those-
hold on.
everybody
And
gave
then
their
it cuts to
backstory
why
for
have you
hating
been waiting to
Vincenzo.
get him if the ranch thing happened?
And then Ginzu goes, he stole my credit card. And you're like, wait, hold on. What is going on? Vincenzo is like committing every level of theft like or crime there is, apparently. He is the
arson,
worst
murder,
criminal.
Okay.
And then
why
the
would
girl.
a drug overlord steal a credit card too? That wouldn't. It doesn't matter. Yeah, and then
He bought World of Warcraft money on my credit card. You're like, well, hold on.
Yeah.
I think it might not have been
he had
Vincenzo.
sex with my dog. Like, it's like what? He doesn't- So the
You made it
woman
personal.
says, the woman says that she's gonna go right with him. She wants to see the payback on their faces
Mhm.
because Jennifer was her sister. So, the woman that we just met is the sister of Ben's fiance.
Okay.
So she's just
I assume
someone.
she's been doing stuff this whole movie just off screen, and she's here now. It's implied
been
that she
planning
has
a
the same
wedding.
arc as Charlie. They're equals now. They
But
showed
the
up at the
reason
same
it's
time.
confusing, it's because of the.
It's because it goes by so quick.
No,
I was
the
asking
sex
for
scene.
another
That's the
40
thing you
minutes.
mentioned
Oh yeah.
for later.
Yeah, they have
Is-
sex for some reason.
Is it her? I thought it was another new person.
no,
oh, it's
it's
them.
this.
Okay.
That
The
was
woman in
woman,
this scene,
yeah.
jumping ahead, we
Okay.
don't. I would spare, but the woman in the
Yeah.
scene eventually has a half sex. I say half because no one finishes. sex.
She's about to blow Charlie,
She's about
and they
to
get
blow him,
interrupted.
and they get interrupted, and we're like, wait, was that the woman that they said, you know,
That's when they take a sweet
bye
time, right?
to?
It
or
wasn't.
like-
It
but
was
no,
not.
it's
It was
not.
not.
It's not.
It was not her.
So did he? Still hasn't been back to her, I guess.
Well, we haven't.
Oh, he was still at that place, like recovering. Maybe that was her house. He's hiding out. I don't know.
So they had sex, even though. So he cheated on his.
He's not
the
a
main
good guy.
character cheated on the woman he left.
But
in the
again,
dust.
it's never
That's
established that
so-
they're partners.
Yeah, it's never
They're
established
they're just ride or
partners.
die homies.
You're right.
Basically, they just it's a
Fuck, man, she might have
it is
fucked
a
her too. You have
platonic-
no idea.
That's true.
it is a
That's true.
platonic relationship between
Or they
two people
wait.
who love to solve problems,
Charlie's all
have
poly.
adventures, and shoot evil.
Are we sure that she?
Charlie's just Polly.
the
and his
woman
brother
that
was
the
like
woman
trying to
that
get
said
married.
they
and
said
he's like,
goodbye
"Nah, that
to.
ain't
The
it."
woman they said goodbye to, was that his sister?
We don't
Dude,
know, and
I
we
had
never
no idea.
will.
We never figured
Unless,
it out.
hang
It's
on,
really
I'm gonna
confusing.
look. I'm gonna look at the cast list and see if
It
they have
never.
the same name.
I don't think they ever kiss.
They don't kiss.
All right.
They
we
don't.
We can't spend any more time thinking
All right.
about
It's
this.
more interesting than the car chases and the gun.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
so hang on. We jumped forward. What do we have to go back to?
Well, the scene we're at the cabin scene where they're all like, "We're gonna go get him." with
Yeah,
you.
and then that cuts to
That cuts to Charlie, Ginza, and I don't want to call him the black guy, but what was his name?
Man, did they ever even say it?
I don't.
No,
I
because
don't
he
think
never
so.
makes it out anywhere. He gets attacked at their house. Remember, he gets like a
Because he has like a head wound or
yeah,
something.
he gets like hit in the head with a rake by one of the bad guys.
right.
At
It's
some point.
Steve or Victor, maybe.
God,
Vive.
it could
His
be
name
either
is
one.
Vive.
Vive, yeah.
The
Victor.
guy that the film never names. The film
Victor.
does not name the character.
Okay.
Vive.
So yeah, Ginza and Charlie go to raid Vincenzo's house, right?
A whole bunch of them go because Charlie's still like holding.
Yeah,
his
but it's
ribs.
people we don't know though. It's like people. There's a few people with them that I was like, who is that person?
God damn
Right?
it. I
Right?
can't remember. It's something where we thought it was weird that they went to where they all are, but then they follow a car of them away. Remember? Like they go to Vincenzo's place, and then a car full of people of Vincenzo's leaves, and then they get into a van and follow them because
Dude.
they go shake down somebody. And they watch them shake them down, and then they get into the gunfight with them.
Yeah, maybe that's what's happened. What happens because the younger Spanish guy, he's just like moving a plant. Then, or that's when the cut
that's
is
later.
I hate
That's
this
later
movie.
because this part's hysterical because they're all like, we want to help you get revenge, and they end up like just like killing a couple of henchmen and letting the two of them get away. And they see those two guys see Charlie shooting at them before they get away in their car. And then they tell Vincenzo that he's still alive because they thought he was dead,
I feel
remember?
like you're going way too far ahead.
No.
Okay.
No, this is the movie. We're in third gear now.
I
It's
know.
like it's over.
Once this movie gets started, it's like out of
I
a
know,
cannon.
it does not.
I know it
slow
seems
down.
like I skipped ahead because I just did a whole section of the movie, but there was no dialogue. It was
There's no
just people
dialogue,
shooting at each
yeah.
other and chasing and
Well,
following
I'm-
each other in cars.
When there's a part where the Mexican family, the two guys from the Mexican family,
That's
Yeah,
way later.
they
That's
get
way
thrown
way
in or
later.
something.
Okay.
Because this is the inciting thing where
No, they try to steal his daughter.
yes,
Or
but
no,
that's way
when do
later.
they go? They go to
That's
the
way
boardwalk.
later.
That's way
They go to
later.
the boardwalk.
So
the young
much
guy
later.
with the
Yes.
younger guy with the younger
That is
lady.
like insanely later.
I like that food. I got it over there.
yes,
That's
but
food-
that's
food's so
so
good.
much
Okay.
later. That's like
Yeah.
way later.
okay,
Because here, this is why all these people help him do this one thing, and now Vincenzo knows that they know him. Because now the rest of the movie is all those other people doing really inane things like moving a plant or helping someone do
we
something.
haven't got to that yet.
I know,
though,
but
yeah.
that's what sets all that up. That's why I'm saying
Okay.
none of that's happening.
So he knows all their
because
faces.
this is what sets it up. Because
Now
it's him
Vincenzo
going to all of
knows
them and be
that-
like, "Where is Charlie?"
It's like a chess game, Matt. Vincenzo
Ah!
sees the pieces now. He knows where to move them on the board. Right.
fourth dimensional chess now. In
Yes.
this movie.
Yeah, he knows what's
Vincenzo
up.
was a mastermind.
Right.
What else does he do between then and now?
Because
Has
that's
he killed
when
anyone else? He's yelled at some people, probably.
no, they go to shake down the pony or the Chinese guy, I think, or the what was it? What were they?
the
Filipinos?
guy with the ponytail.
Not that guy.
I love when racist movies make us sound super
I
racist.
know, but it,
Like, you can't. Yeah.
maybe I guess it was him. I guess it was the guy with the ponytail. They shake him down, and then he goes to that's the almost blowjob scene because he's like, Charlie, and he like looks out. Stops getting his almost blowjob and looks out the window
from the new woman,
from the sister of the woman who's dead, and not his partner,
right?
That he borrows the van from. And he's like, okay, let me get dressed, and I'll come down, and that's now we get.
Is that when they get in the cool van for the first time?
This is when they get into get into a pickup truck.
Yes,
there's the pickup truck police car chase. Because
oh my
at
god,
this point,
yeah, they like choke out 2 cops.
Yeah, the police now are looking for Charlie because of all the dead people at the shakedown that they
killed
interrupted.
someone they killed someone.
No, you're thinking of the chainsaw scene.
Yes,
that
which is later.
Yeah.
I feel like everything in this movie is just later.
The corrupt police are
fucking bulldozers.
It kind of all
shoving
happens
forward,
as simultaneously and not at all simultaneously.
Basically, the corrupt policeman is like saying
just
that
all three
Charlie
things we
killed
remember
all of Vincenzo's people and
Yes,
that he's
yes.
hunting them down. So then they get the car chase where the truck, they just drive it. Oh, they do that.
Oh,
dumb
it's
thing.
been an hour.
God, Jesus
Oh.
Christ. That's when they do the thing where they both drive around those bushes in opposite directions,
Yes.
and then
I
he
thought that was,
loses
and then they
them in the
cut back
dust cloud.
to the fucking house.
No, it cuts to
Oh,
them
that
pulling
the
up
Dust
truck.
Bowl. Yes,
Yeah.
and then there's another foot chase
Yeah,
with
then the
Ginza
foot
and Charlie.
And that's not Ginza, it's the chubby guy because he's not doing
Oh,
anything
yeah.
cool.
Okay, you're right.
He's not doing anything cool.
They run and they
There's
like,
a
go down
long
path,
shootout. Then he's like, you got to jump in the water, and he jumps in the water, and he can't
starts
swim.
to drown. And then the police are like, "I have a better idea," and it cuts to them telling Vincenzo, like, "We ran the license plate." Or he writes down the license plate number. And he's
Yes.
like, "I'm gonna tell Vincenzo," and it cuts to him
knows
telling
who owns
Vincenzo
this
about
truck.
it.
Right.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Well, let's go over there." Right?
And it goes right to there. This movie has no like.
There's no pauses.
There's no yeah, like a
whatsoever.
scene of a person
I'll
like
give it this.
eating dinner with the other characters
No.
and talking about what's happened. It's
And
just
then
like,
shit
oh,
goes
that's the
down.
thing we have to do. Cut to us doing that thing we're supposed to be doing.
It's
Or we
shit
just
going
talking-
down, cutting to shit going down.
Yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
great.
I
It's
mean,
great.
When you're watching
There's
it,
no
it's
travel
like,
time in this movie.
Oh fuck no!
Except for the chases.
Except,
or
but that's
the-
even then.
or
that's
the
just
traveling
great.
of
Right.
clothes
Yeah.
off of women. That's
Yeah.
the only
Right.
travel time
Really,
there is.
yeah, the objectification of women is the travel time in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only time the movie slows down is there's boobs or an attractive woman on
Right.
screen.
It's it.
Long
Otherwise,
takes,
it's
yeah.
men like beating each other up or shooting each other with guns.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So
And it's
are we
amazing.
at Junior Vincenzo's second stripper now?
No.
Okay.
Because,
Oh my god, are we not?
wait a minute.
Can we be?
Hold on. I feel like, is it the scene where like the fat guy with the shirt, the see-through shirt, gets the pork?
Well, that's what's next.
Yeah.
That's
No,
next.
what I'm saying.
I thought that
It's
was
the
ahead of
next.
this. I thought that was ahead of this. That was before he became like. Because that happens, and then they go to that guy's house and try.
No, but they
with,
see
where the
him
older
with
guy is, and they
Charlie
try to
again.
They try to kidnap his daughter because he won't tell him where Charlie is, and then
That happened.
they
the pork
meet
thing
up and
is
they have this
before
chase.
that. The pork
Yeah, that's
thing
what I'm
is like,
saying.
it's a really
So if none of this has
scene.
happened yet, we can probably get into it now.
Yeah.
I wish I had taken notes during this. This movie is like
It happens a
it's a
lot.
roller coaster.
It's normal.
There's so much going on.
Yeah. No.
No, remember because I was like, wait a minute. It literally just cut from him
Yeah.
being in a river to him helping a guy move
With
a
a plant.
plant.
yeah,
And
No,
I
he's
was like,
drowning
why
in a
the
river.
fuck is he doing that? And how the fuck would he not realize that the people that just tried to kill him will be still trying to kill him when they approach and are like, where the fuck is Charlie? And you're
Right.
like, what amount of time has passed between the last scene and this scene? Is
Also,
You
insane.
can't be mad at me anymore.
They're going to find you at work.
Yeah.
Is he even working?
Is it he was just
I don't
helping a
know.
friend with a plant? Horticulture is a hobby, Bob.
This
I
movie
just-
is fucking
I feel
crazy.
like
Not to
that was
disparage
after-
any horticulturists.
Wasn't that
No, man,
you're
it
valid. You're
cuts
valid.
right to that
No,
because
I
I was
know.
like, wait a minute.
What I'm saying is the thing after that the pork scene?
I thought the pork scene came before that, and also, but let's just talk about it as if it happens now.
You know what I'm talking about?
Because
though,
wait,
right?
I think that's the fight. Wait, I think that's the fight where maybe Ginza and the black guy show up again, and the black guy gets hurt, and that's why he's out of like the rest of the movie.
I forget why do they show up at the plant
Fucking
moving scene?
knows.
Dude, it never makes any sense. I don't. Oh my god.
I'm so lost.
You're right.
at
I
this.
think we
Great.
might have fucked
Let's talk about this pork.
Because the pork scene happens to show that like they're a happy family.
Yeah.
Like he and the fat guy has like a girlfriend. 'Cause he's
Which
on a
is the
date.
woman who's in the house. That's the woman who they try to kidnap later.
Yes.
From the
Yeah.
older guy with the crazy
And
hair.
they get that pork.
Yeah.
And they all sit
Look
down
at,
and
I will have the pork.
Yeah.
Wow, that food looks good. I got it over there.
I got it over there.
Right.
Please, and now I will
God,
exit the
the
shot.
delivery of this scene is nothing.
The delivery
It's
of
one of the
lines in
longest
this
takes
is
of the
great.
film, aside from a chase.
Yeah.
It's
It's
a
them, like,
continuous focus
watching
on a
him.
It was
succession
actually a
of-
relief because
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they're on a date and they're going to order this pork.
It's just
And
the eye of the
We actually
hurricane,
got
man.
to see a man carve pork off of. It was like, oh, good, somebody's not shooting someone.
Yeah.
But I don't remember what happens right after that because
Someone evil. I think Vincenzo shows up.
There's
right?
like bad guys watching them eat the pork,
yes,
and then it cuts to them at the house doing
Right.
all the dumb shit, and then they break in and try to take the girl.
Okay.
It's like them doing something. I forget. They're
I
like
can live with that.
dancing. Remember, they're just dancing.
Yeah.
We were like, what the
They're
fuck
just
are
a
they doing?
family
They're
being a
just
family.
dancing around the
Dancing.
living room.
That's what they're having fun.
Just four
Yeah.
people dancing in the living room.
They had pork and it's dance time. That's,
Yeah.
that's what you do.
So they come in.
And they threaten.
Do they take her?
They try to, but then Charlie shows up.
Charlie
and shoots at
shows
them.
up and shoots them, and then they have the. That's when they have the.
Oh,
chase
that's right.
with
There's
Charlie
the shoot
through
at
the
where
woods.
we're like, wait a minute, the good guys are shooting at
Yeah, the good guys are
house.
shooting directly at the people they're trying to
So
save.
he could have taken out the.
He could have
family.
killed anybody in the house.
But it ends
He
with.
shut the door, and now they're okay.
It ends with the cops chasing Charlie. Isn't this gonna go back into like the national park chase? Another national park chase?
no,
where they get
there's
stuck
only
in the wire,
river
they get
one.
caught on the
That's
wire.
The river
They go to
one.
the no. Okay, I'm thinking of a later chase. Never mind.
Right?
God, there's so many chases.
I just okay.
This is shooting.
Can we just cut to the chainsaw scene? I feel like that's an orientating spot. I feel like that reorients my
guess.
mind where we are.
Where
Because
did they go from shooting them at the front of the house?
I'm pretty sure Charlie's running away from someone.
we
there.
also have to fit
he
the
kills
second.
almost everyone, and then there's somebody that chases him. Is it Vincenzo's Jr.?
Did they just leave, and this goes to like the leopard print stripper scene?
Maybe because it does
Do
cut
you wanna
away.
go watch it again? We can...
No, it does cut away from like an action scene with Vincenzo Jr. right to him with the second sex scene.
Yeah.
Remember, he's like in the middle of action and it cuts, and he's like having that. There's
It
that
just cuts to
second-
that woman just walking into the walking across the frame.
Yeah,
Sure. I can't remember.
I can't
God
remember what
damn it.
happens right here.
There's no narrative, really. It's
There's
just
no narrative, and it all
It's the same thing.
it
Where's
visually-
Charlie? Chase scene, gunfight. Where's Charlie? Chase scene, gunfight. No
Yeah.
dialogue.
Yeah,
Someone asks somebody where Charlie is, and then he shows up and kills everyone.
but
Stop
Vincenzo's
asking.
it's his second sex thing where he's watching.
He's watching this woman strip for him, and it's in like his aunt's house. The drapes look like
Yeah, it looks like Mama's family.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
right.
mentioned- I said it looked like
and she's stripping for an exorbitant amount of time.
yeah, like way too
But
long.
outside, something's happening. It's Ginza and Charlie are raiding the house, right?
Is this they
'Cause it's
raid?
like-
they raid the house.
it's
They
cut
raid a house before they
simultaneously.
raid. They raid a house before they raid like the final compound at the end, right? So this is
Oh my
somewhere
God.
that's not Vincenzo's house.
Wait.
Right?
What?
No.
Okay. The people, oh my God, when they go and they take the girl and they have the gunfight where we were like, what the fuck? The way that scene ends is somehow the bad guys that are there, whichever one's, it's Vincenzo. He's there, right? Junior?
Wait, no. It's
They
the
get
fucking
back-
power up bad. It's the extra. It's like the super fucking extra bad guys where they like have a whole entrance segment.
They've
where
got
it's
new
like-
bad guys.
Yeah,
the
and
guy
they
who looks
look
like
amazing.
Danzig, and
Oh my
the fucking other guy
God.
looks like Post
Yeah, because he
Malone
grabs
with
the
a
girl
perm.
right
It's
away and he's like,
insane.
I'm gross.
yeah,
I'm a
yeah,
gross
yeah.
guy.
Yeah,
that
but
fucking dude. What did
they
his
both-
shirt say? It was beautiful. He had like this. Oh God,
I
his hair was
forget.
I
so
forget what it
big.
says. His hair
But
It's like
that
new
scene
life
ends
or
with
something.
people,
God.
bad guys getting away
Amazing.
in the car. That when Charlie and Ginza showed up. Remember, they like broke the neck of the car, the driver of the limo.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the
Yes.
one guy gets sent outside. Like he's like, take him outside, put him in the limo, and you just like assume that they've liberated that guy and killed that other dude, because then when they come out, that's when they're like, where's the car? And then they shoot at him. Gunfight happens. Some of them get away in the car, and they should have fucking flattened their tires because they're stupid. But they get away because the next thing is Charlie. Next time we see Charlie, he's at his girlfriend's house. It's the girl with the mole, and we're all like, wait a minute, so he cheated on his girlfriend,
Right? Because we don't understand her relationship.
And
Is
she's
it his
like,
girlfriend though?
she's like, why are you looking out the windows all the time? And he's like,
Where have you been for
fucking
the last?
murdering people
Yeah.
for days. They're after me, and I have to keep killing them. What do you mean? Why am I looking out the window?
Go
I think
get your
that's how that
gun.
goes. I think.
Go get your gun and meet me at the van, is what he says to her, and she's like, "Yeah, on it."
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's down to fucking ride.
Yeah,
I think.
man.
I think you're right.
She's
She's
great.
just like his foil. They're not like in a relationship. They just
share
understand
rent.
each other.
They're buddies. They get along.
They understand how to throw
I love
down
that.
and do what's
It's
right.
a very platonic
They
relationship,
have
which is
equivalent passions in
surprising
life.
for this
Yes.
film.
Yeah. Still,
Someone
I'm lost though.
No, I think you
think
you
we're
were
back
mad
on track
after we
here.
were talking about it afterwards, and one of you was like, maybe they filmed that part and just like had to use two people for it.
Oh yeah,
What part?
like that was her
woman.
sister, but
It,
she
like it was
couldn't get on
supposed to be
set
her,
for one
but
day.
maybe
Supposed
she
to be
just didn't
her.
show up to set
But
that
it
day.
does. It does seem.
They could have
like
at least
she's
put a fucking
different
mole
human
on her.
being,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah,
I.
she's cool. She's my favorite character.
She's fine.
Great. So
Yeah.
Where are we?
she grabs her gun. They get in the van, and then they're running. There's a long car chase where they're fleeing two cars. One is Vincenzo and his goons, and I think there's another police car. The same cops that were chasing them down the river earlier show up with two cruisers, and they
Two
lead
separate
them into a
cruisers.
junkyard. And everyone except the protagonists in the van.
The cops get
everyone
killed
else-
first. He kills the two cops first.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, when they get to the junkyard, everyone else gets like stuck. Their
Oh, and the
tires get
that's
struck
right,
in
and they
wires.
just get.
They're just driving through garbage, and it gums up their.
It comes up.
Car,
right,
yeah.
right,
Oh,
right.
that's
And then they just
that's
drive
right,
away.
That's hysterical because then they drive away, and the next scene is Vincenzo at his house being like, "They're gonna come and get us."
Yeah.
Right.
And you're
yeah.
like,
We
"Wait
were
a minute,
just
you were
chasing
literally
them.
chasing
there.
them, and now you're afraid
We
of
were all
them."
confused because they pull into the
Because the two of them
trash
are also
dump.
shooting at them from like a mile away.
Yeah, they pull into the trash dump and go up a hill and like get out of the van and run up to the top of a hill as they're stuck beneath them in this
We missed.
big pit.
Okay, we totally
and then they just
skipped
drive
over-
away.
I feel like that happened after the chainsaw scene, but whatever.
Yeah, it did. You want to talk about the chainsaw scene?
Well, the chainsaw scene is the Mexican guys. It's the pudgy guy and the wild-haired guy.
But that isn't when they
Oh,
go
he's hiding in a
after
tree.
him, though, is it?
it's before that
Because he
though.
kills his son
because
before the
you
end.
can basically plug and play this scene into the movie. Like it's
Fair
not
enough.
going to suffer. You could edit this a lot.
I mean, unless I'm wrong, but I really feel like that. I feel like
no, I think you're right. It came before because that is the
thing you're
penultimate
talking
chase
about-
scene.
Yeah, the thing you're talking about was like the beginning of the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Where the two of them are finally back together again. You know what I mean? Like she comes back into the movie.
Yeah,
and it
we're
ends.
skipping. Robert Zadar gets killed before all
Oh,
that
yeah.
happens because we were like, "Why is
Jesus
the movie
Christ,
still
during the
happening?"
previous.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but in that car
such a
chase,
I have to do this alone. I have to do this alone. He's like he's recovered. He's recovered and he puts on a black shirt and hides a gun in his jeans and then goes to like a park filled with children
Right.
to meet Robert Zadar. And
'Cause he
obviously
tell-
they shoot at
No,
each
wait.
other.
That's
I got it!
Oh, there it is.
The chainsaw scene.
Yeah.
It's when the crazy haired guy and the pudgy guy are chainsawing wood for some reason,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Hey, go get me." He says to go get something from the car.
A wrench. Please
A
get my wrench.
in the car.
Just
Then
the one though.
The henchman and Vincenzo show up,
Yeah, the senior.
right? And
And the
they're-
little
they,
guy's hiding in a tree.
like, right, watching it all happen, and they are like, tell me where
Charlie
is.
He's like, I don't know.
I don't know, and they start chainsawing him in the gut.
Belly? Yeah, I thought it was the
Yeah,
belly.
it's just in the side there.
There's blood
They
spurting.
love injuring
There's a
the
lot of
sides of
blood.
torsos.
Right. And so he doesn't give anything up, and they end up killing him by chainsaw.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And they know
Through
that
the
they see the other guy get away.
Right.
To what effect? I'm not entirely sure.
But that's when the cops. Remember, because there's like.
The cops.
show
That's
up,
when they kill the cops
crooked
because the cops show up and see. Everybody leaves, and then
Oh, he runs and
Ginza-
gets Charlie, and Charlie
Right.
goes to the.
Ginza and Charlie are
scene.
there when the cops get there. No. It's Charlie.
Charlie and Ginza.
and the guy Charlie, and,
Charlie
and the young Spanish guy because
Yes.
he's like
Yes,
oh my fucking
yes.
god, and then the cops are like oh this was you obviously and start to try to kill them, and then Charlie
kills both of the
kills
cops.
both the cops.
But then it's it's a car chase because Charlie is
Yes,
driving away. Hold on, I know. It's like there's
My
no
brain.
talking.
We're
There's
so
no
close.
talking.
No.
We're so close.
It's just action. There's no talking. Because I remember the cops are dead, but then like like Vincenzo, that leads into something. Because the cops are dead, but then another car comes out of nowhere and starts chasing them. It leads into a car chase when the cops die, but it's with somebody else. Remember? Because it's like, oh god, damn.
Where the fuck were they when he killed Vincenzo Jr.? Because he's like against the.
there was a
hasn't
foot.
happened
There was a
yet.
foot. That was when they were in the park.
I was trying
They
to
ran
say
away from the park.
because Vincenzo grabs at one point he grabs the Mexican, the fat Mexican guy and says, "Where you tell Charlie to meet me here."
Yeah, meet me in the park tomorrow. Yeah, but that's another one of those like he interrupts them while they're doing a chore.
That is when he's moving the plant
That's when he's moving
into
the plane.
into a
Okay.
pickup truck,
So because
and like with just an unrelated friend.
The chainsaw.
We're very close. We're very close.
It doesn't
here, guys.
matter. It's a fucking mess. It doesn't matter.
My brain
And,
just
okay,
fell apart.
here we are.
The
Just let me
chainsaw
grab
scene
this part of
happened.
movie.
The chainsaw
Right
scene and
now.
its repercussions have been realized.
Yes.
Where we are right now is Charlie has been told to go meet Vincenzo Jr. at a children's state fair
Yeah, park whatever.
thing.
And to
Yeah.
finish it.
to
Just
finish it off. 'cause
a
he's gonna
city
prove to his
afternoon
dad-
near some trees.
Right. He's gonna prove to his dad he can take care of this shit. That's where we are.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Okay?
They do. They do.
Yes.
They both go there. Vincenzo sees him first.
But he doesn't
There's-
want to take
he
his
tries
I thought
to
there were a
sneak
bunch
up
of other
on him.
guys. I thought there were a
Right.
bunch of other guys waiting, like hiding.
No,
that they have-
Vincenzo's
it's
doing
just
this
him?
alone. Like he needs to prove that he
That's
can
pretty
do
heavy.
something that doesn't.
Yeah, because they
fuck
get
up.
into a foot chase and they run through like
They get to the back of a house or some bullshit.
it's like an apartment, I think.
It doesn't even. I don't
It's
even
an
know
alley.
what that was.
It's a
Yeah, an
seaside
alley.
alley.
And then
He just shoots him.
He
very
kills-
unceremoniously
So
just
he-
kills
I
him.
know, God, it was so good. It's like,
It's like-
look, there's no dialogue in this scene leading up to it. It's a very
don't
tense confrontation.
speak.
It's a very
Oh, yeah,
tense
that's right.
confrontation.
We
and
know-
then fucking Charlie shoots him, and he like leans towards him for a second, and then just walks away.
He doesn't even
don't
know
need
who
to
he-
follow that. No,
He don't
explanation
really
to get
know.
there.
No.
He didn't know that guy mattered.
Yeah.
Like he had no idea
No.
that was the guy who's trying to kill his son. He was just like, that's another fucking guy that's been after me.
Yeah.
yes, and also
It's amazing.
Vincenzo Jr. only wants to kill him because he knows peripherally that he's
It's
been a
sort of
problem
his
to
fault.
my dad.
Yeah.
Like
He's
it's
no-
not like they are like mortal enemies.
No, they don't know each other.
They're
for
just
any
kind of
reason,
like,
yeah.
I know I got to take this dude out.
Yeah.
That's all I know. And dad will love me again.
Like Vincenzo
Like,
could
that's really
later
what it
be
is.
like, "You killed my son," and Charlie's just like, "I don't know who the fuck that is. I've
who?
killed 75 people in the last
The
2
chin
days."
guy.
Yeah.
Oh, the chin guy.
Oh yeah, I shot him.
Oh.
I shot him
definitely-
unceremoniously in the back of a house. He fell into a fence. Fuck him. There's nothing.
Didn't need him then. Don't
But-
need him now.
But you know, in a normal movie, those two would have had words. At least like
Yeah, something.
finally I meet the
Like
great
standing-
Charlie
yeah,
or
like-
some
Yeah.
bullshit.
Get into like a cover fight and have a conversation.
No, dead.
Mm.
Instantly dead. Now the
Don't
second
let me
tier
forget
villain of the movie
Jesus
is gone.
one-liner.
Yeah. And
Gone.
I think that's when it goes to that beginning of that sequence where they're
Yes.
looking out the window and being like, "What are we doing?" And then they get chased.
They
Well, that's
chase-
because
chase
he's,
him in the dump.
they're eating the dinner, the greatest dinner in all of moviedom, which is
Oh
cucumbers.
my God. I thought it was a squash.
It was either cucumbers or a squash.
That he cuts with a plastic takeaway knife. He just cuts a diagonal
Ritz
round
bits.
of it, and
was
orange juice,
Orange juice, Ritz bits, and
a
squash.
whole zucchini.
Mm.
They have to be fucking. No one eats like if that was his sister, she would make him a hot meal. You know what I mean?
I don't.
That's the food of two people that like live in a hovel and fuck, and that's the only thing they have
They're
in common.
just roommates, man.
God
they just split
damn
the
it.
rent.
He's eating without his shirt on too.
Well,
Gets
he's on
hot
the
in
run.
the summer.
He's got. I mean, I don't know.
Their relationship is so undefined. Call
They
her
never
sis.
show
Just
any
give us something.
They never show any physical affection to each other
don't
whatsoever.
know.
But that leads to the
Maybe they're
bus.
just like
That leads to the van chase, to the cars getting stuck. Back to Vincenzo running from them because he's scared. And here we are here.
which is when we get to see we finally we'd seen this part of the house a couple times before. There's like this green patterned wall and this thing hanging in a bunch of like framed signed stripper headshots or glamour shots or whatever, and
a golf phone.
well, no, that's the thing. It's the first time we had seen the scene without the giant golf ball on the bar before, and we get to this and we're like, "What the fuck is this setting? Where is this
place?"
And we see this giant golf ball, and it's like, oh, it's a golf themed bar in his basement.
It's probably a golf club's bar.
Yeah, it's very cute.
guess.
It's very cute.
Something like a
But
back
it's like in
bar
his
at a golf
house.
club.
It's in his house.
Well, in the movie, it's a house.
it's in his
I'm saying the
house.
location is
Oh.
they used a golf
But
club.
no, hang on.
that's what I'm
So
saying.
spoilers, but
Yeah.
it later the shot widens out and you see that in that same room there is a sunken jacuzzi.
Well, which we didn't
Oh,
see
yeah.
because that's where
Ever.
Vincenzo
There've been
dies.
there've been like 3 scenes in that room
Well,
before now, and
in
you've
this
never
scene,
noticed.
Basically, what happens is that all the henchmen get murdered, and then there's
There's a great
epic
one-liner
fist fight
exchange.
between Charlie and Vincenzo.
Mhm.
That's what this is, right? Like finally,
Yeah,
the
it's
two.
really
I honestly
severe.
fell asleep.
It's so.
It was
You don't
Vincenzo
remember?
is like a
Dude,
man.
I was like losing consciousness at the very end of this movie.
Vincenzo is like just looks like such an old man for the whole
And
movie.
Charlie's a brick
Charlie is
shithouse. He's
exactly.
huge.
And he just
Yeah.
starts getting the shit kicked out of him.
Every time they cut to the punches,
hardcore.
the color timing turns super lime green. It's very odd.
Dude, there's a lot of cuts
Oh, the
in
color
this movie.
timing is so
Yeah,
bad.
It's,
But,
but
like-
where you're like, are these people, is the
In the
earth
same-
on fire behind that guy? Why is that scene so
Oh, wow.
red?
This particularly though is like there's like normal, and then when they start punching, it's like Jello just was on the lens. It's really odd. So yeah, I mean like Vincenzo punches the shit out of Charlie
Yeah, hard.
until Charlie throws him into that hot tub that we didn't know was taking
there at
up
all.
the majority of real estate in this
like
room.
there have been multiple angles of scenes within this room, and
Never
it
never
has
saw
not
it.
been.
around a giant hole in the floor.
Gotta save that for the big reveal at
Right.
the end.
So he falls in and then he ends up shooting Vincenzo, right?
Yeah, who immediately vomits blood.
Yeah.
Like he's yelling at him. He's like, fuck you, and he shoots him, and he just continues yelling, and now there's blood spewing out of his mouth. It was
Right.
great. But so before this ultimate act of retribution, there's a lot of really great sneaking that happens as they break into the
yeah.
house. There's all sorts of fun scenes of like, is this window too small? Is it
Ginza
not?
Oh
beating
my
people
God.
up. There's also Ginza beating people up outside.
Yes. And the movie went for like a real let's make our protagonist a hard ass moment where he kills someone with a great exchange. He's like,
Oh yeah.
"Don't shoot me." Something. How did
He's
Jesus
like,
come in
"Please,
the
God,
conversation?
don't shoot
Please,
me."
Jesus, don't shoot me. Don't
And
shoot me.
he goes,
Jesus is
Did
like,
you just
"Oh,
say
Did you
Jesus?
say Jesus? He's like, yeah. It's like then he
do you believe in him? And he was like,
yeah, absolutely."
and
And
then he kills him. He says, "Give him my regards."
Yeah.
yeah. It's weird.
Like the one liner he gets in the whole movie.
you're a
exactly. It just
Christian?
makes no sense.
Tell
Okay.
God, fuck you.
Right.
Tell God I'm coming for him
Give him,
next.
give
That would
him
have
my
been pretty
regards.
good. Tell him he's next. He
He's
let
next.
my brother die.
Like
yeah, he's gonna coming
Charlie?
for God. No, Charlie's coming for God now. He's not stopping him.
Like,
Vincenzo.
Run.
It turns into Preacher.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, or I was gonna say God of War. Charlie just becomes God of War. He just
But I
starts
guess-
killing everything.
I guess it's establishing that Charlie doesn't really get the hierarchy of like doesn't really know where different people work in heaven. 'Cause that guy would definitely meet. First of all, he would be going to hell.
Yes.
First of all, he'd be going to hell. But first,
I
he would
think it
meet.
was Matt,
he would meet
You said you're like,
St.
wait,
Peter first.
he thinks that guy's going to heaven?
Yeah, that guy
yeah.
who's like kidnapping people and helping a drug cartel. Like
Yeah,
run
totally.
a
Going
small
to hell.
Totally
town.
fine.
He's going to hell.
But he goes to
probably.
church, so it's
Oh
good.
yeah,
He's-
you're right.
he's got
Either
an
way,
in.
Vincenzo has just died.
Yeah.
We got there. I don't care how we got there. We're there.
He did it. He's
They
dead.
walk outside. Him and Ginza walk outside. And who's there but the good cops?
Yeah.
It's the police chief after his nap
Oh my
where
god.
a billion people in his fucking...
No, it's there's one other person.
I know it's the police chief and the blonde-haired girl.
blonde
No, before they show up,
sergeant
because
or
they talk
lieutenant.
about like we'll just say they killed each other.
Yeah, they do. They're like, how are we gonna?
Yeah.
How are we gonna explain this?
The police chief and the woman say like, "What are we gonna say here?" Well, it's filled with a bunch of Vincenzo's henchmen. He's like, "So they all killed each other, right?" The police chief doesn't give a fuck. He just wants to frame the
I
bad
took that
guys.
a different way.
No, he was. I
He
think
just wants
he
to
was
frame-
like.
There's the third person, or there's Charlie Ginza, police chief, and one other person that we're forgetting that has a line here. I think.
Oh, I don't.
Well, I
Oh,
think the
it's-
point of it was that the police chief is just mocking like the reason, like, oh, I guess they killed each other, like all the people that he's been
gonna
killing
frame
over
it.
the time
Oh,
and telling.
He's
going to
frame Vincenzo for everything. And it's
Yeah.
been-
Yes, okay.
obviously, and I know what you're saying, but it doesn't.
It's
I
irrelevant,
don't
yeah.
remember who was there. I just know that there was the joke about like Charlie going, "Yeah, I should probably get a medal,"
Yeah,
and then
I
Ginzo
said that
was-
as he was walking over. Is like he's obviously like the cop is obviously fine with everything that just happened.
Oh yeah, like he's totally
He's like solved a lot of
approving
problems.
of like the Punisher, basically.
Yeah,
Like yeah, kill everybody that's bad. It's fine.
go for it.
I'll
Yeah.
cover it up for you, and we're good.
We're in a county. This is,
I just woke up, so like literally the police chief just
he gets
woke up.
2 scenes in this whole movie, and that's
What is his last line? Like
No,
everyone
the
wants-
last 3 lines he
fuck
says
yourself,
or
I
something
think.
is,
Yeah, he says,
well,
"Go
the girl
fuck."
goes, well, what should I do first? And he goes, how the fuck do I know? Everybody in my fucking county's dead. And then she walks in, he goes, man, I should probably curse less or something. What
I
did she
should
say?
watch my fucking
I should
language.
watch
I should watch
fucking
my
language.
fucking language.
And then end
Comedy
credits.
sting right at the end. Get your audience
And
laughing
then the
out the
end
door.
credits song is a love song.
Yeah, she
yeah.
is the mistress of the night.
She's the-
She holds a dark heart,
Right.
sweet.
and it doesn't finish. The
No.
credits.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
The credits are so short that there's like this song is less than a chorus and a verse that we get through. The credits are so short, and there's 9. Most of the credits are single names.
Someone
Even the
was
fucking
credited
electrician.
as-
The electrician was a woman with one name.
Yeah.
That's-
I'm well. I don't know.
Stop. It's like
Yeah.
okay.
Well, what? Well, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
these credits were great. What was the one name?
I,
This-
I had
this-
said that there were a lot of dancers who I assumed were using their stage names in the credits.
I would say that of movies we've done on this show, this to me I would place like if I had like a sliding scale, like there's Lifetime movies, and then on the sliding scale of like everything all the way to the other spectrum, this will be on the opposite end of a Lifetime movie. Because there's no
yeah,
talk.
there's
Sure.
absolutely no plot
It's
to
all
grab
action.
onto.
There's no plot. It's just
No feelings. There's no expression of
It's
any emotion whatsoever.
constant, unrelenting
This is
action.
like if you were like raising a child in 1989, you were like, I want my baby to enjoy films like I enjoy films. You could show this to a child without language
Without-
skills,
right.
and they would be like, oh, okay.
Sure.
Like it would
It's
still
sure.
have.
Remember like
It would
Spike
visually
TV?
give them the beats of an action movie without any dialogue, and it might sink in. You know
what
I
channel
mean?
was it that had movies for guys who like movies? Remember that
Was that FX
TBS?
or TBS?
TBS or some bullshit? This
not TLC.
is like that distilled down into a movie.
Oh yeah,
There's
this is for Neanderthals who like movies.
Yes.
Like,
Like if you've been
I
in more
don't know.
than
I think
5
it's too
bar
hard to
fights-
follow for that. I don't know who this movie's for.
But you don't need to follow it. It's like if you've been
maybe you don't need to.
if you're the
That's
kind of
just
guy
funny,
that gets in a bar fight once a month, this is like a movie you need to
Yeah,
enjoy.
this is like
It's just like
top
that
3 of all time.
macho machismo late 80s dude the movie. It's really a masculine misogynist piece of shit.
It's kind of
Except for
that's why I
Charlie.
think it's kind of
Charlie's
amazing.
great.
It's amazingly that,
It
but
really
yes.
like how you were saying that. Oh, the soundtrack is exactly what like.
Yeah.
The quintessential. The whole
Yes.
movie is that without
Yes.
any substance
It's a
in every
snapshot.
regard. It's just like here's what it was
No.
like to make movies for men in the '80s. Here it is. This is it. All of it in a drop. Bloop.
Charlie is the only thing we know is that he is a man. He's a hero.
He knows how to fly a helicopter.
Helicopters, guns, and fucking.
It's it.
It's literally like
Thank God I'm a country boy.
right. It's that. I'm annoyed that he doesn't drive a motorcycle. He does once in the movie.
That's too macho.
Does he?
Or that's
There's
not
like
macho
a
is the wrong
set-
word. No, I think at
yeah,
the time,
there
in the
was-
time period, a fucking sweet panel van was the way to go.
Yeah.
And
I don't
he
remember
had
any
a-
motorcycles in this.
I thought he was on a motorcycle just once, but maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I was in my mind like
There were
think so.
horses.
they
at
need
some
this
point.
guy to have a fucking a horse would have been nice.
No, there were horses in here.
I also thought he should have eaten a steak at some point, but whatever. We can't
Do you
fit
know what
everything.
The only thing he ate through the whole movie was
yeah.
a fucking like
Yeah,
a
that
die
slice
cut
of
wedge
cucumber.
of some kind of green
like
vegetable.
you take it so far to the hill, and then he's eating vegetables.
This movie does
Come on.
not like. There is no semblance
He's
of
a
how
vegan.
much.
I mean, there had to have been like reshoots. I don't know. What if this whole movie existed and then later they're like, oh, we gotta add some exposition. Let's put these two. People can't follow it.
How do we make him interesting?
We gotta slow
well,
it down for
he
women.
Can eat raw. He's on a raw food diet.
That people might find that interesting about him. This movie has no semblance of time whatsoever.
No, it's incredible.
Everything is during the daytime, and you can't tell if a day, a month, a year has passed between the last scene or like
beautiful.
4 seconds. It's almost like they all exist in like purgatory, where like, all time is happening at once, and you just have to believe in where you are, and that's how you affect the time stream. Like, because they're just like, oh, let's go to that place that I couldn't possibly get to because I just said it to someone else on a phone, and they are there, but I'm gonna be there before they get home. And you're like, wait, but they were there.
Why?
There's literally a
You
moment.
understand the amount of time that would have to be elapsed
Yeah.
to make sense that I would be there in the next cut.
It's so nuts. It's
There's
awesome.
there was literally a scene change where both of you screamed, "He just teleported!"
there.
Yeah.
What?
The George Michael open shirt guy has teleportation
Oh, God.
powers.
I think that
He
like,
died.
we
He
always
tried to
be-
jump over. He
So-
tried to stand
That's
on top
right.
of a fence. He took up too much space.
So Cassell, one of the things that we all
Excuse me, Birkenstock.
Birkenstock.
Jeff
One of the things we
Birkenstock.
always talk about is walk time or travel time.
Okay.
It's a signifier of bad movies.
Yeah,
This
there-
has none of it.
None
but-
of either.
That
yeah.
has none of it. But another thing I want to add that I don't think we've ever really like congealed into a thing with bad movies is transitions between scenes. Like that's how you can truly tell like an inept movie is
Yeah,
scene
if-
transitions
Okay,
are
we're done
a
here.
fucking
Next scene.
mess.
Yeah.
Like and this
when
movie
there's no continuity checks between
the
cuts,
two
yeah.
scenes. Like if it just cuts and you're in a whole new world of possibilities.
A new
It's
like,
camera
ah!
angle that's never even happened in this movie before.
Right.
It's like when the scene cuts, it's just like knocking you off the earth into space. You're like, where am I? What's happening? Like, what the fuck just happened?
Like the movie kind of tells you like the characters that play, and then it doesn't matter what they're doing in the middle.
They're just fucking ping pong
yeah.
balls bouncing
Here's the
against
bad
each
guy.
other
Here's
for
the
rest of
good guy, and now cut. He's in a river. He's in a car. Cut. They're all at grandma's house.
he's
One
moving.
guy's fucking cut. You're like, I don't know.
We had this character show.
Also, all the
show
cuts
that
are
there's a
hard.
family here.
It's-
Yeah.
There's no like.
There's no transitions.
There's no like
It's like,
transition. There's no J cuts
I
or
love
L
it.
cuts. There's no like
love it.
you hear the next scene come in and then it cuts gradually. None of that. Raging river cut.
I got a better idea. Cut to somewhere else.
Here's the keys cut. It's like
That was
okay.
the best.
Right.
Here's the.
Here's the keys cut. Like what did he say in that sentence after
That they needed to cut it out.
to cut out.
Well, they
Oh,
hung
we
out.
can't.
They
Here's
hung
the
out and had a
keys
couple
and
drinks.
a ray gun that can do everything you needed to. You know what I mean? Like did they have?
Can destroy the entire cartel in one like wow. Well, we
And
forgot.
here's a magic lamp where you can make a wish. Maybe we shouldn't have written that in. Just cut it right at the end of the word to the next scene.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't imagine what that next line was.
Because to make that cut that hard, that
It
means they
had-
had no other material to cut to in that
Are
scene.
you sure? Like maybe maybe it was a choice. It was on purpose.
I don't know, dude. It was such a.
was really-
it was
80s
so
were a
quick.
wild
I
time,
found
man.
it hilarious. It was just like
Oh, it's great.
it was like helicopter scene.
It was just, like this
I got
kept
it
happening.
coming. Like the cut was
Any
set in
scene-
stone, and the guy saw it coming.
Any character that wasn't
here's the
holding a
keys.
gun, the movie's just like, what are you doing here? Get out! Get the fuck out of here!
You're not important. You're clearly not cool.
Are you
You
done
don't have a
talking
gun.
yet?
A gun gives you a soul, and I don't want to hear soulless pieces of shit talking. God damn it! Well, it's a movie. I
would highly
I
recommend
love
It was
it.
so
Samurai
much
Cop
fun to
'cause
watch,
the
yeah.
dialogue's hilarious.
Yes, Samurai Cop.
but
has
this is
such
a
great
different
time.
type of
Yeah.
bad than Samurai Cop.
Unreal.
I have not seen Samurai Cop, and I want to now.
Yeah, Samurai Cop is not this unrelentingly fast.
This is like someone drew storyboards for an action movie and then was like, make it.
Without
And they
a
were
script.
like, where's
Without
the
a script.
script? I gave it to
To you.
Wait, no, this is a bunch of drawings.
It's just stick figures moving around. Yes.
Yeah, man.
Start filming.
It's gold. Go.
Why isn't this
We got
done
the
yet?
helicopter for 1 day. Go.
1 hour.
Do you,
I mean,
think,
Corey's-
do you think? What do you think the budget was like for this movie? Like,
Oh,
do you think
it's
they
low.
wanted more helicopter in the movie?
Oh,
What would they have done with it?
I think
Yeah,
they got
there's
the
nothing
amount they
else to
wanted.
do
Okay.
with the helicopter, really, but what? I don't know what the budget. I don't know how to. I don't know
I mean,
gauges for
Samurai
like what
Cop,
a budget.
Hollywood Cop. This
Were there
Kelly-
helicopters in those
Oh, there was a
movies?
Hollywood
But
Cop
all
poster in
these
the
are-
background.
Yeah.
These
Hollywood
are all
Cop poster in the back.
these are all low budget action movies.
Mhm.
So they're for then that time. So I mean, these were not like A movies by any means. They were bad. People knew they were bad then too. But these were for like renting. These were for guys.
I
who,
find that term limiting.
15.
guys who ate only beef jerky and rented a movie. They would rent this and go. home
Well,
and
thank God it's
masturbate
2019 and
so
we get to
hard it
enjoy this
bleeds.
ironically.
This is like an action movie a drunk person could watch and feel like they didn't not understand. You know what I mean? You could be
Fall
almost
asleep.
blackout drunk and watch this and be like, oh, I saw this movie last night.
Fall asleep during one car chase, wake up during the next
Yeah,
one.
it's fine. Yeah, you skipped just 3 scenes of that Asian guy or being yelled at about where Charlie is or whatever.
You're just pouring it on your face. You're just like, yes, get that fucking bitch. It's that mustard video on the internet with that guy getting mustard all over his face.
Oh yeah.
Get that. Go. Where's that fucking? You know, you start screaming, and the movie gets with you. Like, yeah, that person is bad. Let's get him. It just goes to shit moving. I can't believe how fast it was. I don't.
No.
Well, you
it's
know, they didn't-
blasting. It's like a bullet tearing through its own script. Like the movie is just like, foof.
I don't know where any single one of those people came from, and I don't need to know. All I need to know is how fast they can shoot.
My only disappointment
How
is
far
they
they
didn't
can drive.
introduce like 6 new characters in the last 10 minutes.
Well, they
Like,
did.
oh,
Those
yeah.
two henchmen. Those two henchmen
henchmen they
in the final sneak
They
scene.
did.
They were like watching. They're like watching TV, and they're obviously very much enjoying it. And we start to feel for them. We start to enjoy their enjoyment. And one goes, "I'm going to go to the bathroom."
Oh, that's right. They're watching like Looney Tunes or some shit.
Yeah,
something.
some kind of cartoon
Yeah.
with that
Whatever
weird
they were
gurgly
watching,
noise.
yeah. Ginza comes in.
No, it's
Charlie
Charlie.
comes in later, and the guy's watching. He's sitting in a recliner watching a TV that we can't see, and the
But we think it's like
the
the
subtitles.
movie think it's a sound
the
effect on
subtitles say
Charlie?
TV. The subtitles say TV sound effects or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
And it's just like glug glug glug
But
glug
the glug glug
and then an
happened
explosion.
before it said that.
It's
Yeah,
but
because-
even no. That's what I'm saying is
Oh,
after that point, there's just like a string of random sound effects
But
as
that
if.
first one was
As
like
if TV
super
white noise
isolated.
is just a fucking Foley guy in a booth. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then he goes, "Are you having fun?"
Maybe he's watching the Foley channel.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a different universe.
Those guys didn't even seem that committed to being henchmen. They were
Yeah.
just like, let's hang
The guy's
out,
laughing
bro.
so hard at his TV. He's like, "I would quit this job if I could."
Get ready to be eviscerated.
But for moments
by
like
Charlie.
this, having fun.
Like, and the last thing I'll say is that we can't reiterate enough without watching this how little Charlie is of a character.
Yeah, he's.
No reason for anything. It's just his life. It's the life he leads.
But he's brought into the movie.
Yeah.
It's not like the movie starts out on Charlie
No,
doing
yeah,
something.
he comes in like 20 minutes in.
Yeah, he's like, somebody's like, hey, man, you know how to fly a helicopter? And he's like, yeah. And then it's like, oh, do you want to be the main character?
Yeah.
Oh,
30 minutes
okay.
after that.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything else today. Sure.
I
Yeah.
could be the main character.
Hey,
I just can't.
Hey,
I don't want a
live-in
bunch of
person that
lines.
I'm not going to have sex with, maybe.
Sure, I can fly
I
a
gotta go.
helicopter.
Sure, it's not like I'm doing anything with this woman I live with. It's like I'm her brother or sister
they
or
just do
lover.
crossword
I'm not
puzzles
going to
together.
say, you know. He's just... Why not? If he's the main character, let us know what his living situation. God
Yeah,
damn it.
yeah, you have no idea where he lives. He could have just been crashing at her house.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go get your gun.
Amazing.
It's a really good
incredible!
It's
I know.
Wake up!
Screaming at me.
9 out of 10
Hey,
stars.
it was great. I fucking love it. I highly recommend it.
It's
Everyone
exactly
watch
what I
it.
wanted
Are
to
we
watch
recommending
today.
people watch it?
I
Yeah,
recommend the
fuck
shit
yeah.
out of this. I stand beside it.
Watch this at a party.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
a party
Rebel.
fucking movie. Like, for a bad movie. because
You don't
need
have
to hear
it.
it.
You don't have to hear a single
Christ,
word.
it doesn't even. There should just be like classical music over it. You don't even need people.
No, but the soundtrack is fucking
Soundtrack's
great.
But you don't need any of
Dude,
the talking.
it could be the soundtrack to your party. You just crank the TV up
Yeah.
loud enough. You get all that fucking bitch and bass lines.
Hell yeah.
and it cuts to people fucking or like
Sort of.
yeah, stripping
Suspicious
or
bass
trying to.
music.
Right. All right.
Yep.
That's it.
Good movie.
Yeah.
Dude, you
Thanks, Matt.
Do you want to ask him to plug anything?
Oh, do you want to plug anything? I would
Uh,
have.
Well,
You don't have to.
can't just say
my
no.
my band Haze Mage is playing. When will this be out?
Next
Wednesday.
My band Haze Mage is playing Ratscape, which is back. It's at the Why Not Lot and the Crown this year. It's Artscape weekend, which is gonna be real fun because it's a punk and metal festival. Most of which will be outside during Artscape, directly next to Artscape, kind of inside Artscape.
Yeah, North and Charles.
Where can they find out about Haze Mage? Online.
If you, well, we're on Spotify, we're on Facebook, we're on, I don't think we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram.
And that's spelled.
I don't know. I don't handle the social media stuff. Just
How
look for
is
Haze
your
Mage.
band
Just look for
name-
Haze Mage. Just look for Haze Mage. It's
No,
not that hard. It's
how
Haze,
is your band name spelled?
Haze Mage.
HAZE.
Space MAGE.
Okay.
If you
that's
look
what I
for us
wanted.
on Bandcamp, make sure you find the Grimoire Records Bandcamp because they are hosting our full-length album,
Awesome.
which came out earlier this year. It is called Chronicles. Tells you a lot about the band. And that's all I'm at liberty to say right now.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean, I just wanted to make sure the plug was
Yeah.
clear.
Yes, thank you.
That's all.
I'm not good at. I don't have
You have a band.
handles memorized.
You have a band named Haze Mage. Follow them.
You can follow
social
me on
media.
Instagram at Saturday Ghosts. I've never posted.
Yes, follow him.
Follow him,
Let's get him a
please.
million followers
With no
so he
posts.
can never post
Yes,
anything.
it's an art project.
Nice.
How many can I collect?
Okay. Well,
Wouldn't that be real fun if like somehow
That'd be fun.
monetize not posting anything on Instagram?
it's like so
It's like
wild and
followers,
rebellious
yeah.
of an
Yeah,
art
just
project.
comment on things.
Like he has an Instagram, but he doesn't use it. That's the beauty.
That's the thing, man.
That's why
That's
it's
the
fucking-
secret.
That's the new cool.
Mm,
Is not posting.
I'm into that.
All right, we can talk about this off mic. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you for
or
having me.
John Birkenstock, Jake,
Jeff.
Jeff.
Jeff
Jeff
Birkin
Stop.
tapes, whatever.
That's fine.
All right, bye.
You've just listened to Bonus Disc, available only on Thundergrunt. Questions, complaints, and movie suggestions can be posted to facebook.com/bonusdisc. Opinions and criticisms of the hosts of Bonus Disc are 100% valid, even though they took the time to watch the movies you were too ignorant to appreciate.